Bro, I don't even know why I can't tag you on my shit on Facebook. Oh, cause you got your fucking you got your first name on this shit.
Add to the stage. All right, here we go. Hello. Dang, was I talking and nobody heard me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Let me turn this down. I'm always having some audio issues. All right, we good. What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all coming. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I definitely want to acknowledge the chat. We got my man Bruiser in the house. Thank you so much, Bruiser, for coming. I appreciate you, man. Blessings, blessings. Um, Marlene, what's good with you, Marlene? Thank you so much. You are very engaging. What did you say here, Marlene? Good evening, Neil. Now tonight, if there is yelling in the session for a lengthy period of time, I will be leaving the chat. Last time it got on my nerves and gave me a headache. All right, well, you know what, Miss Marlene, you might need some Tylenol. My B. Chris, I'm here. What's up, Chris? Shout out to my boy Chris. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you. Marlene, good evening, Chris. Okay, so she's saying what's up. Kazi is in the house. What's up with you, Kazi? Hold up. Let me just want to acknowledge every last one of y'all because y'all could be anywhere right now, but y'all here and I appreciate it. Oh snap! Look at Tony. Tone. It is live, man. This is live, bro. This is live. I know you probably ain't never watching the YouTube videos in your life, but this is live, G. Um,
That's a
he
cute
like,
little
I
baby.
thought this was live. Yeah, it's live, Tone. DP, get it together, Rock. I'm getting it together, man. Slow down. All right. Got to build it as you fly, brother. Chris. Okay, so cool. I think I didn't shout it out everybody so far. I'm sure it's gonna be a few more folks because yeah. I told a few of y'all to come up in here. So nonetheless, we are back. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all gotta take this music down. It's kind of throwing me off. I don't like the music. I thought I did, but let me take that off. All right, there we go. JP, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then Desiree, you can follow, and then my man Escobar, y'all can just say a little quick introduction.
Hey man, I just want to welcome my boy to the live, man. He been hitting me up, man. He told me he wanted to come through. So shit, man. I usually don't invite people, man. So, but I told you I'm gonna take a chance on this one, man. He came. He was supposed to get on my platform. We talked a long time ago,
Uh
and
oh.
I wasn't right back then.
Oh
I
snap!
wasn't right back then, but now, hey, it's perfect now, man. Welcome, my
What you
nigga.
mean? What you mean by that, JP? What you
Indeed.
mean? What you mean by that? You wasn't right.
I said the timing wasn't right.
Oh, the
Yeah.
time wasn't right. My bad. I
Yeah,
thought
the
you said
timing
you
wasn't
weren't
right.
right. I
No,
got you.
no, no. The timing wasn't right. Welcome,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Welcome, my boy.
Definitely, definitely.
Easy.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Miss Desiree, you want to say a little something, something, something?
Hi, what's up, everybody? It's Desiree, Des for short. And I'm back here. I'll try my best not to be loud.
Uh oh. Go ahead, my man Escobar.
What's going on? Escobar, former member of Poor Man's Poetry Podcast.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much we had a music podcast. Lasted pretty long. That's how I met JP, just networking and things like that. And, we fell off a little bit, but I'm here. Definitely.
Okay. All right. I appreciate y'all. Look, this is all love, y'all. Like I said, y'all panelists, y'all can be anywhere, but y'all chose to be on here because y'all, like me, like myself, find that these topics are very, very important. They should be hashed out, thoroughly examined, and discussed. And I think this is important. And I appreciate you guys for coming on. And again, chat, you guys, I wouldn't be nothing without y'all. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, I'm saying. Let me give everybody a little round of applause real quick. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, what's good with you, mama? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Mama got to show some love. Anyway, so listen, I kind of want to just recap last week. I mean, the last show we did. Um, I think that although there were some really good points brought up, I definitely think we still didn't get to the heart of the matter. I think that there is a I think there's a fundamental breakdown in the understanding, and there's I just think everybody kind of compose their own narrative of how we got to where we are right now. What I mean is this vast chasm between men and women, and particularly in the black community, where we see this division widening and widening day by day. Why can't we get along? Why are we just increasingly hating each other? I, as an advocate of families, do not want to see this current malaise perpetuate. I want this to come to an end. As I said, JP, if I said on a number of occasions, I believe both black men and black women need to crawl over broken glass so we can both broker peace and we can rebuild our communities and therefore, I don't know, prosper. So, I just think that we should probably talk about some of the vital things that are plaguing our community right now. And to be quite honest, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably not gonna say this anymore, but I don't think there is a community. I am one of the opinion that the black community is no more. There is no such thing as a black community. It's kind of passe to use that phraseology, but I think it's just for purposes of discussion. We should try to understand that that's where we're starting. This is the starting point. You know what I'm saying? We got to start from the bottom and work our way up. I got a few clips, of course, that I want to show. Actually, you know what, Desiree? If you could help me, probably if you can articulate what your position was, because I know what the main broad topic, excuse me, the specific topic we were talking about was did I freeze? Somebody saying I froze.
No, you good.
Am I froze? Oh, okay, cool. I think the point of contention that we had, Desiree, is whether or not it is the incumbent upon the men to make better and smarter decisions in regards to siring and producing what do you want to call them, bastard children, and they should be more responsible in who they decide to spread their seed to. I think that might have been your contention, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I 100% agree with you in that. Like I said, I feel like it's more of an individual thing. It's not a group, a category, because it's happening both ways. Both men and women play a role, but it starts with the decision. And unfortunately, men carry a lot of the weight because this would not be a conversation at all if it weren't for the ejaculation of the man. A woman can't have a baby by herself. The man can't.
All right.
But it starts somewhere. Is what I was saying. It starts there. But it's still, regardless of whether it starts there or not, it's still a conscious decision between two. So I really don't want to pick a side when it comes to this, to be completely honest.
Oh, we gotta pick a side. I think that's where we disagree at. That's where we okay. Hold on. I'm glad you articulated that. I'm glad you said that. Chat. I hope y'all heard her out. And we're gonna. I'm gonna give you a chance to expound further, Desiree. I just want to hear JP. What was your point of contention, and what is your whole opinion about the matter, my G?
Even just start off when you was like, "There's no more community." There's no such thing as community. What I think is there's no such thing as culture. It is community. I believe there is a community because together we, at the beginning of time, man, a long time ago, it was all about the village. It was all about the community. It was all about togetherness. What is the fabricated thing or the fantasy or the thing that is just this illusion is the hope that what we put on ourselves is culture. Doing it for the culture. That's what's not real. We have the culture that we're upon right now is ridiculous because
glorifying.
Yeah, that we glorifying. So I was looking at social media the other day. Someone sent me something on social media. Right now is going viral with these cartoon memes. Is Daffy Duck, is Bart Simpson, and what they're doing is every cartoon has gold teeth, gold chain. It's all about being fresh. It's all about gang culture. It's all about blowing money, spending money, It's all about clout. It's all about it's just ridiculous. That is what they're glorifying, saying is our culture. That's not our culture, but we're embracing that. We're not embracing community. We're embracing culture, and it's bull crap. So and I just want to touch on that first, but from what Desi was saying the last go round, I agree with everything about you know as well as I know, bro. I'm never gonna pick a side. I think we both have a responsibility and an obligation to come together. Right or wrong, we both have faults in it. And at the end of the day, it's all about accountability individually of saying, this is my part. What can I improve in my part?
Okay, JP, we gonna we gonna get into it. Hold up. We gonna get into it. I want to give my man Escobar a chance to kind of expound on what he think is the crux of the matter.
Yeah, I'd say it has a lot to do with our societal structure. Yes, we lack culture. I think we replace culture with either religion or, like you said, just the gang world or different things like that from the music we listen to. Oftentimes, what people have failed to realize, there is definitely a lack of accountability. Men are held more to a higher standard than oftentimes women, but oftentimes as well, they always stress about equality, but like,
Right.
is it really equal all the way across the board? Because as it's been a saying, women control sex, men control relationships.
Oh my
So
goodness. My bad.
If a woman doesn't necessarily open up, then it wouldn't even be possible for that to actually take place.
He's back, Desiree. Sorry about that. Go ahead,
So
Escobar.
I
My
kind
bad.
of I kind of like lean more toward that, but definitely I would say men are definitely should be held accountable for their actions. But oftentimes this a lack as far as with women, because they more lean toward, oh, you know how she is, but is it really that, or is it no one really trying to step up to the plate and be like, yo, you dead to the world wrong. You know you shouldn't
Right.
be getting pregnant by Boo Boo, Larry, and the
Yep.
rest of these cats around here. You know what I mean? Like, and then of course, definitely protection should be important as well, and that's something that you see fit to actually do.
Word up. Oh my goodness, that was deep. That was
Shout
deep,
out,
my
shout
man.
out, shout out to Smack.
He came in right. Shout out to Smack. He came in swinging. All right, listen, guys. So I want to play a clip because I think it kind of encapsulates sort of the current climate that we see happening today. And y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna play some of it. Give me one sec. One sec. All right. See, JP got me, man. See what happened, JP? When I be letting you give me instructions, I always mess up. Yeah, man, you need to do this. You need to do this. Always trying to tell me what to do.
Stall them out, man. Stall them out.
He be trying to sun me, man. I don't like that.
I'm wrong.
I don't like that at all, man.
I'm wrong. I tell you.
All right. Okay. So some of y'all may or may not be familiar with this clip. Actually, it's a documentary, but I'm gonna play just a little bit of it. But I think this little snippet that I'm about to show y'all, again, I think it highlights what the problem is, what the source of the issue is. Now, I heard every last one of y'all out, and I really appreciate that. But I still just think we kind of, I don't know, kind of think we just kind of like tapping around what the issue is. And look, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to say I'm wrong. You know, I'm a student of humility. So I'm always willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm always willing to self-correct. So let me just stop talking. I'm gonna play a little bit of this and then we're gonna take it from there.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility. And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home. So, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Oh gosh. Okay. See.
What the
Ooh wee. Hold up, Escobar. I'm gonna let you kick it off since you know what I'm saying. Look like that might have struck a little nerve with you, Jay. Go ahead, man. You can kick it off, and then and then Desiree, you can follow, and then JP, then I'll hit it last.
I mean, it goes back to what I was just saying. Facts are facts. She literally thinks that she doesn't need a man, but if it wasn't for a man, she wouldn't even really be here. I mean, I think it's the lack of appreciation for a man in his presence to actually understand his absence. And from what I see is, oh, she don't think she need a man. But I'm like, think about it. Why wouldn't you need a man? You need a man for protection. Not only for protection, for provision. There's different things that men actually do. We foresee things that oftentimes women can't or aren't able to actually see. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's levels to understanding the position, because single parent homes, that's not really it, because that was the whole plan from J. Edgar Hoover from the beginning. The way to the black man is through the black woman. If I can actually get to her, I know I can cause this huge separation that has been going on for generation and generation and generation. And this is a prime example of the reason why the black community is the way it is. And I mean, we do lack culture. A lot of us don't even know who we are as individuals. You know what I mean? Like it says in the Bible, people perish for the lack of knowledge. If you don't have a lack of knowledge or the wisdom and understanding of who you are, where you come from, your lineage, things of that nature, you will never know the depthness of who you are as a person. You have to know who you are. Once you know who you are, you'll be comfortable with the skin that you're actually in, understanding where we come from in general. So that's how.
All right. Go ahead, kick it off, Miss Desiree. Let's see what you got to say. Or what your thoughts are in regards to that little clip.
Listen, as I stated, Mr. Escobar, you are new, so I'll just reiterate kind of what I said before, because I don't want there to be any misunderstandings. I am an advocate for men. I sympathize, I empathize, and I understand men in a way that the common woman wouldn't want to understand him. So I just want to get that out there. Now, one thing I saw in the video is them questioning women. So if you have all of these women not marrying men, who are the men marrying? Is one question that I have. If none of these chicks is wanting to get married, or there's a reason for it. And a lot of the women in that panel look to be under a particular age and apparently have been exposed to certain things that most adults would be exposed to, not necessarily children. You can look at all of those females and tell they're kids raising kids. So that's another thing. Also, something that I wanted to say to kind of piggyback, Mr. Escobar, what you said was that it to me, and I'm not saying this is what's happening, but it's like you want to give the man credit for bringing a child into the world, but you don't want to give him credit for bringing a child into the world. You know what I'm saying? A man can sit here and do all of the unprotected sex in the world and have all of these babies, but when it's in a negative light, you don't want to give credit to that. It's the woman's fault. But if this man is bearing all of these children and the children may be doing well, or he has a good relationship with them, we take credit for that. We take credit for the fact that we're men. We stand strong. We do this we're supposed to be this for our kids. We're supposed to be that. We're supposed to set this example. We're supposed to set that. And I understand that. But again, if you want to take credit for the positive that comes with bearing children, then you have to also be able, because I'm fair, and this is only because I'm fair. If you're going to take credit for being a man strong enough to bring children in this world, then you have to take credit for bringing these children in this world and not having daddies.
Okay. All right. I feels that. Hold on. Let me give her a little love. Go ahead, JP. Brother.
Go ahead, bro. He has something on his mind.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You want to respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, I can agree to disagree, but I understand the perspective of where she's coming from. She can definitely speak from a man, but she can be relatable to an extent. But I think the key point is oftentimes we look at stuff from a Eurocentric perspective and not where we actually come from. A lot of people gauge stuff based upon what they've been taught instead of actually trying to learn. And oftentimes the very things we learn could be either wrong or right, depending on your teacher. Also, I would say that how beneficial is marriage in today's society when we're outnumbered, and it doesn't often necessarily benefit a man. So it's like you're fighting not only against a woman, but you're fighting against the system. And oftentimes, as the Asiatic black man, me, myself, and just like every other individual on this chat, I would say that our backs are against the wall more than any other race on this planet. I would actually say, even though we created the system to an extent. You get what I'm saying?
So I really think, man, I've heard this numerous of times, and granted, I have had, in the past, thought I have said the same thing and thought same thing when it comes to the marriage being beneficial for the man. My issue is what I have realized is as a man, leadership is very important on the simple fact of, man, yeah, love is involved with marriage, man, but it's also the unity that comes one of understanding the benefits of a business, a partnership. I think we as a black community, we keep basing marriage so much on love. If we're gonna say a woman, it benefits the woman the most because she prides herself of finding a man because of stability. As a man, we also have to be able to find a healthy median when it comes to what's beneficial of having the woman on the stability aspect too, because of joint with two coming together. We have to be able to leverage the woman into our best ability to have a financial a very successful marriage financially. Because yes, she wants to be married because of stability, but as a man, we got to stop a lot. We got to stop going into marriage allowing the woman to suck us dry financially.
Oh my goodness.
Have
Ooh, okay, so I think I gave every last one of y'all a fair amount of time to kind of expound on the clip. So my thoughts, I look at it like this. I was on my way home, you know what I'm saying, to come set up the live and get ready for tonight's show. And I stopped by the gas station, and I was I don't know, I was talking to the cashier, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, you ever heard of hookup culture?" And he was like, "No, what's that?" I was like, "It's this notion that, everybody getting out there just having sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry, everybody, just sleep with everybody. There's no commitment, no relationships, no nothing." And he was like, "No, I've never heard of it." I said, "Do you think it's going on right now in our society? Do you think it's like a thing?" And he was like, I mean, I think it's been going on since the beginning of time." And all of a sudden, I just thought to myself, like, damn, hookup culture. Who actually gets to engage, and who actually has the privilege to engage in hookup culture? Like, think about it for a second. Sex is hard to get, hard to come by for men, for just average men, right? Average men, 33%, I think it's 33% of men under the age of 30 has not had sex and is a virgin right now. Like, that's what it's looking like. And if you ask the average woman today, how many men does she reject and turn down on a daily basis? she would give you an exorbitantly high number, I'm sure, on social media and just going to the gas station. So women are selective in who they choose, right? So I'm like, so wait a second. So hookup culture can't be a thing unless women participate and they choose to engage in hookup culture. So, but women are selective in who they choose. And then it kind of correlated to what I was saying the other night. Okay, so then women are having sex, most of the sex, unprotected with a very small percentage of the men. And then I looked at one last thing because I was like, you know what? I'm a student of history. I got to know all the facts. And I looked at this, and this may or may not be related, but I don't know if y'all know, but only 40% of men historically have ever reproduced since the beginning of time. Only 40%. Y'all can literally Google this. Put this in your Google right now. Only 40%. So a staggering 60% of men have not reproduced, have not carried their genes forward, right? So then again, it kind of just correlates back to what I have been saying and what I've always said is that women are choosing to have sex with these low quality dudes, right? Trying to change them, but somehow or another, a baby gets born and they still try to change that man, even though he wasn't shit since day one. And they wonder why we have such a large swath of children, unborn children, children born out of wedlock right now. The majority of men are not responsible for that because the women are the ones that are making this decision. And I got a clip just to further illustrate what I'm saying. And I want y'all to see this because I don't want to I need to substantiate what I'm saying. I don't want to just be bloviating and talking on my ass. Hold up. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey, and I see the chat, y'all. Acknowledge the chat. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for commenting and all that good stuff.
Stand down quick one time, Dizzy. I see you ready. Just one more time. Stand down. I know you're ready to go down.
Look at him. Anyway.
Somebody in the comments that I wanted to address.
Okay, you want to? Okay, go ahead. Who is it? You want to? Let me see.
Because I had wrote it down. Chris Harris.
Okay, let me go back up.
Let me. He asked something along the lines of how many men I had to convince to sleep with me, and or it was something along those lines.
There it is.
Yeah. Ask her how many men she had to convince to sleep with her, and how did she have to convince to marry her?
Oh, snap. All right, go ahead.
What I'm going to say is I've never had to convince a man to do anything. A man is going to do what he wants to do. I've been in situations where I've initiated and a man has not turned me down. And I can't honestly say that I've ever been turned down by a man, whether I initiated it or he did. I've never been turned down. Number one, I don't have to convince anybody to do anything. Let's just be clear. When you're secure in yourself, because I'm very secure in myself. So I've always attracted attention. I don't have to convince nobody to do nothing. I've not really been one for marriage either, because in my mind, I don't want to get with a man that I love and I care about, and he tries to come for my money, my resources, my stability, because I've been that woman who's taking care of grown ass men.
But let me say something, Desiree. Would a man of character take advantage of you?
No.
There you go.
Now,
what does that mean?
That doesn't mean he doesn't have faults. Let's just be clear. A good man can fuck up. Can he not?
Yeah, but
just
would
like
he take
a good woman can fuck up.
But would a man with integrity and character, right?
9 times out of 10, no.
But women aren't choosing those men.
But the thing is, men are allowing it. And again, like I said, but we're also, as women, we outnumber men. Would this be the same conversation if we had 1,000 men in the world and 1,000 women in the world? This wouldn't be the same conversation. I guarantee you, because the ratio has now changed. But because we have more women than we do men, we outnumber them. And again, if you break it down in a category, you have certain women that look for certain things, just like you have certain men that look for certain women. That's just like saying, well, majority of the men are ugly, so they can't get none. I've seen some butt ugly dudes, and I don't really like calling people ugly. I'll usually say unattractive. I've seen unattractive men pull some of the baddest females. And just because they're not having kids, don't mean just because they not having kids, don't mean that the single men ain't out here reckless. It just means that they just didn't have the baby. But it's a lot of good-looking, single, well-off men who are out here being reckless, just not having babies. So again, like I said,
I don't know about all that, Desiree, but I'm gonna play. I heard you. I got a couple rebuttals.
And he can be nasty if he wants to. It don't hurt my feelings at all.
But Chris, in the chat, man, she just went off on you, dog.
Like, I don't have to convince nobody to do nothing.
He ain't got a microphone and he got a voice. That's crazy to me. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. So let me play this clip real quick. And again, this is kind of elucidating what I said earlier. Well, I think that women are responsible for making all these bad decisions while we got all these bucket head ass, nappy head ass, wild ass, bad ass kids running around and they ain't got no fathers because they pick shitty men. Women are the ones picking the shitty men and they blaming the good men for not correcting the problem. That's the crux of the matter. That's the crux of the matter.
I just don't understand why you keep harping on that.
Because okay, go ahead.
Men, but women can't even choose what the fuck they want to eat.
Bro,
how can you keep saying that?
Because feminism has freed them from their listen. Because JP, feminism.
Women can't choose who they vote.
Oh my gosh.
They have a history of not knowing what they want. And yet you keep saying they keep choosing. Who is allowing them? Abe came on here a couple comments ago and said leadership involves submission. That is the issue to where we keep saying that because submitting and submission is a trigger to them. I don't understand why men keep thinking going straight at a woman, how we will dialogue with each other and being straight to each other, expecting accountability and understanding what's going on, that we feel like every time we have to dialogue with a woman or try to correct a woman or to adjust her behavior, that is the same approach that we go through. A submission and submitting is a trigger, but not understanding submission is not what you with the
but JP, when there's
hold on.
Okay, my bad.
Hold on. We are looking for something specific. When he said it must be must be something that I have. I just before in the back room we was just talking about. I've never had that issue, because at the end of the day, I am not saying that I can tame a woman or control a woman, but at the end of the day, bruh, if I know what I got going on and what I can bring to the table, I control this ship. I have the keys to the car. If she can't get with that, yes, she can go out there and find a simp. But at the end of the day, a woman, she loves a weak man, but she can't respect him. So she's gonna go find that weak man, but she's still going to try to enjoy the strong man on the back end. So I don't understand why it's such this fear that all these women are going to go bonkers when men just got to stand strong and just say, you know what, just stand back and watch them. Men are the only ones that will fall weak on the fear of if we don't do right, the women will blend together for something that's beneficial to them. And if we stand back and say, nah, we ain't messing with them unless they get right, they will come together and be like, hey guys, hey man, I need a man. But we ain't standing strong. Because it's men being weak, that they know there will be who you call simp. You call the wrong, you see and call the wrong men simps, when the real simps are the ones that are afraid that these women will stop messing with them.
Go ahead,
But
Escobar. I think
you
you want
got
to say something.
you got to think about this here too. You got to think about the percentage of actual men that had real father figures who wasn't really raised by a woman. A lot of times men actually end up falling for the same exact woman like their mother was,
Mm,
who I guess
mm,
supposedly supposed to be
mm-hmm.
strong, independent, things of that
Don't need
nature.
no
But real,
man.
I don't need no man. They'll raise the guys to be loving and everything else, but then they'll turn around and raise their daughters to be strong and independent, which cause even much more separation. But that
Son
goes back
husbands.
to that yeah, basically. So that goes back to like you said, culture and stuff like that, bro. We lack culture. We lack culture within our community. We lack actual real guidelines, the do's and the don'ts, and really every other culture who's actually mimic us from the past, because we did away with everything, and everything that we seen in all these other cultures are carbon copies of us, because they basically took everything from us that we had and basically applied it to them and just be like, all right, we're gonna give them the rubbish. We're gonna give them everything else, but for them, they don't need it. Because if they come together, oh, it's the force to be reckoned with. People got to really understand that. So yeah, I do blame the women though, because yes, they want to control the same way they want to try to control the household, even though
Thank
that's
you.
not their natural position.
Nope.
So
Can I?
that's why. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
Oh,
go ahead.
no. Finish.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I say for me, I constantly see, even with my mom, I see how she operated with my father. Um, just mismanagement, whether it was the way she was approaching situations because she wasn't properly taught, or
Mm-hmm.
even the way my pops would handle situations. You get what I'm saying? My pops, he got locked up, he did time, but as growing up, I've noticed the difference in the imbalance of a home and just a house. There's two totally different things. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I think that in itself plays a defining factor within the black community as a whole. We lack, like, even positions when you bring up to most women, oh man, you need to play your role. Shit, Scottie Pippen had a role, Michael Jordan had a role, they got a ring, they won. Kobe had a role, Shaq had a role. Everybody played their position, but it's like when you use certain words, it's triggered to girls. I'm not even gonna say women. It's triggered to girls because a woman be like, you know what, I'm gonna step up to the plate. This is what I
Yep.
need to do so we can
Yep.
get here. And once we get here, we could get it all together. I heard Farrakhan say this. Farrakhan say we can get Christians together, we can get Muslims together, we can get Judaism, Buddhists, Rastafarians, all of them. We can get all of them together as long as when we unite and we face what we need to face, and we get over that threshold. Then we can actually sit at the round table and actually discuss these different ins and outs to these religions that we may agree or disagree upon.
But men don't.
Hey, real quick, JP, let me let that Desiree.
No,
Desiree, did
go
you want
ahead.
to?
He can,
Okay, go
because
ahead, JP.
I'm trying to. I'm listening to both, so I'm taking it in.
The togetherness will never come together because of fear. Men don't fear. You just said before that it's the lack of fathers in the home. Women are the ones who panic and fear because of the unknown. Men have started to embody that. And the problem, what I said before, when it comes to a panic, if men stand back, women will become to panic. They are panicking now, but we are not standing full on what we need the change to be. We are not being clear because of what you just said, also choosing to trigger to try to get our point across. We can't, man. I'm looking at memes on Facebook, on Instagram. It's all triggering, but it's masked with let's talk about it. How can you trigger a woman and expect to have a dialogue with her? Her ears will close. I never, and I can only speak this way because I've been there. I have been there.
So, are you recommending that we mollycoddle them?
Huh?
Treat them with kid gloves and mollycoddle them. That's what you're
No, no,
saying.
no, no. You don't have to. You don't have to coddle them. But bro, you know what triggers your woman, Neil. You know that. You know.
I know what triggers my woman. I know what triggers my woman. But when it
Exactly.
comes,
So,
but when it
think
comes to
about it.
these,
Why do we? But you know, with every individual man here has a woman in this world.
No,
Every man
JP,
is dealing with a woman.
listen, but okay, I gotta say this real quick. Women are more freer than ever before in recorded history. They recognize they have the power, right?
Bingo.
That's why they're pursuing this whole what do you call it? The
It's
empowered woman.
fake.
They feel, of course, it's fake and it's all a facade,
It's fake.
but they're gassed up on it right now. So, being that they believe they have the power, therefore they bear all of the responsibility. You cannot have the power if you don't have the responsibility.
Hold on, listen. What if as a man is not going to say I'm a leader, but I'm going to ask you, lady, tell me what to do. A man is not going to do that. A man is going to stand firm on whatever decision he feels is best, and he's going to do it.
I like her.
That's what a man is going to do. A man might the man might get the support from a woman, but at the end of the day, no, a real man, a real leader who understands not just emotionally but logically what needs to be done. Yeah, babe, I'll ask for your support, but I'm going to do what I know is necessary. As a man, that's what men do. My father was in my life my whole life. You know what I'm saying? My dad was never married. Him being an older man, he wants to marry now. And that was kind of what I wanted to say to Chris Harris. I've never asked a man for marriage. I've had 2 men in my life ask me for marriage. I've never asked a man for marriage.
Chris,
So
get out of the chat.
we gotta stop trying to put all individuals in one particular category. As I said, I was not that woman who said, oh yeah, when I get older, I'm gonna have me a nice wedding and a nice white dress. Nah, I wasn't one of those. I wasn't even thinking about marriage. To be honest, I keep, bro.
Sorry, my bad.
To be
My
honest,
bad.
I spent a good portion of my life, relationship-wise, to myself. And that was literally by choice. It's not because, oh, I feel like I don't need a man. No, I want a man, but I'm not going to just settle for any man.
Oh, there it is. Come on, Desiree. No,
I
say that. That's the idioms.
Listen,
that's that mantra. That is that mantra. Never settle.
No. I said I should settle for.
No, but think about it though. A lot of women have that mindset where they don't want to settle. But that's the problem. But
why would I settle?
No, I'm not making an argument. I'm not making an argument to settle, but what I'm simply saying is you don't know. A lot of women are disqualifying themselves simply because they're disqualifying themselves from the very men that they are calibrated for. And what I mean is they have this overinflated sense of ego where they believe they won't settle for a guy that's right there in her damn lane.
Men are naturally more egotistical than women. See, just like JP said the other day, a lot of the time, men don't want to listen to what women have to say. Women don't want to listen to what men have to say. I literally just said, I want a man. I wouldn't mind at this point in my life. I would not mind marriage. But again, if majority of the men that come into my experience got multiple kids, probably have never experienced marriage, aren't really even wanting to commit. I run into men all the time. I don't really run into a lot of men who even want to get married.
Did y'all know that?
I run into a lot of men who don't want to get married. I run into men who don't want kids, who don't want to deal with a woman who has kids. The average man that I run into is not somebody that really got himself together to even want or desires marriage. And if that's majority of the people,
I got a question.
Why would I just, okay, I'm not settling for that.
Oh my God. That just burns. Every time she says that, burns. It just hurts to hear that.
But that's the reality. Just like how you feel
If a
about
lot of
all
women
this.
didn't, if a lot of women didn't have that same mindset where they don't settle, I promise you, you would see more marriages and families
See, you're
today.
only,
It's
but you're
because
only hearing one part of what I said. That's the
no,
problem.
no, no, no. You're saying
You only taking one part of what I
but
said.
no, but you're saying, but you see, I think I'm not arguing to settle for a bum. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there are men of character out there. There are men of integrity that would have loved to have married you in your youth. You know, probably for a lot of women, they would have married these women in their youth before they become indoctrinated with this whole notion of not settling and carry on for the rest of their lives trying to achieve that high top tier dude because they don't want to settle. And what is that high top tier dude? The same dude I have been talking about since day one. The same dude that 80% of most women are going after because they refuse to settle. So what do? In contrast to settling, they
But again,
try to.
you're
They,
putting me in the
no, I'm
category
not putting
of
you.
these
I'm
those
not putting you.
particular
This,
women. I'm
no,
not.
I'm speaking in general.
Yeah,
I'm speaking
I
in
don't think it
general.
would. Yeah, I don't
I'm
think it
speaking
would
in
happen.
general. I'm saying in general, most women with this mindset of not wanting to settle, they are they're pitching out of their league essentially. They're trying to aim for this top tier dude that they're not qualified for. Either it be the looks, either they have kids, either they got mileage, baggage, emotional trauma. Men of this stature is not trying to come say. I mean, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. That's what the whole. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
but Neil, again, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Women have standards too. Women want certain
Oh,
things
we heard
out of
y'all
men
standards, but
too.
y'all don't hear men's standards. That's the problem.
No, the certain women, just like I was saying, I think I may have said it on the last podcast. Just because the men aren't walking away, just because the men aren't walking away with kids, don't make them better quality men because they're not walking around with a ton of babies. So let's just get that clear, because it's a lot of dudes out here that are top
That are
tier,
weak.
that are middle tier,
I would
that
have.
are that are still not good guys.
Yeah,
Let's
I
not
agree.
equate the
But
chill. Let's not
that does
equate.
not negate a woman from abstaining from sex until she meets that guy. What's so hard about that? Why is it like they gotta have the cake and eat it too? You know what? I'm not gonna settle for this guy, but in the
Who
meantime,
usually
I'm
want
gonna
the
go get
cake and
my
eat it
back
too
blown out
more? It's
until I find
usually
him.
the man in that case. The man want to be
It's
able to say, I got a wife and I can sleep around with who I want because I make this amount of money or because I'm the man of the house. But
it's a
and the thing
dopamine.
is, women and men, y'all keep trying to compare. You're comparing apples to oranges. No, a man can't do the same thing women do, and no, a woman can't do the same thing a man can do. But in certain life instances, just like a man got standards, women have standards. Women don't listen to men because men don't listen to women. It works both ways. So
I think
again, I'm
That's
not saying.
you want to say something?
Well,
Go no.
I'll
Finish up, Desiree, and then Escobar. You can
No,
jump
no,
on
y'all
in.
go ahead because that's all I'm saying. Like, you have to look at each as an individual because everybody is not the same. Am I bad because I don't really desire marriage? Does it
not
make
at
me
all.
a hoe because I don't desire marriage? And it was a post that I had seen earlier today, and I'm gonna just kind of leave it at this, where the girl had made a comment and she said something along the lines of, a guy will sit and say he don't want a chick with a high body count, whole time he's steady trying to add to the count. So when you look at that in
I mean,
perspective,
that's men want sex. I mean,
okay, but again, if men want
but
sex,
women are
you
supposed to
want to take
preserve
credit
their
for what
value.
sex,
I
but
mean,
you don't want to take credit for what
the
happens
onus is,
after
but
the
the
man has
onus is
sex.
on the woman to tell that man no. You're not an ideal candidate to whom I would give my
No.
womb to.
Again,
So
I'm
why
gonna
would I
say it.
have sex with
This is
you?
my last time saying it. If you are a man, you're gonna make your own decisions, whether right or wrong. You can't sit here and say, "Oh well, a man he just wants sex," but she's supposed to say no.
No, I'm not justifying. I'm
Come
just
on,
saying
Neil.
I'm just saying that is an objective truth. Is that generally speaking, men are desire to have
Almost
sex.
all men want sex. Almost all men think about sex majority of the day, but all men are not having it. Some men are disciplined. Some
No, no,
men
no.
aren't having a
Most
bunch
men
of
are not
kids.
having it, and most men are forced to
So
be
again, so
disciplined
what's
because
the difference between the
by
men that
necessity.
what's the difference between the men that's not doing it and the men that's doing it right, as opposed to the men that's not doing it right? When all
The guy,
y'all think alike, y'all all think
the
alike.
guys that are doing it right are selling women a dream.
Go
But
ahead,
who
bro.
fault is that?
I mean,
Go
Who
ahead,
fault is
Escobar.
I
Go
mean,
ahead,
if we
Escobar.
being, I mean, I see both sides. I see
Woo.
both sides. I can see where D coming from, and Neil, I can see where you coming from as well. I think for me, like you said, like if you sell a woman a dream, boy, she gonna buy it. You get what I'm saying? Like she'll literally
Right.
buy into the dream because she live in a fallacy world. They grow up playing with Ken and Barbie like all the time. Oh man, I want this for my life. That's how some of them really are. You got some real dingy people out here. Now there is a level of self-control that needs to play a part on both ends and do sustain yourself, whether it's for marriage or the right relationship. It just basically depends on how you actually view in life. Um, is there an age limit for men and women to get married? I can't say that. Like you said, you say you didn't want to get married early. You know what I mean? You wanted to wait, and maybe that's because you wanted to possibly mature in certain areas. I don't know you from a can of paint. I can't say that. But what I can say is, man, getting to know and learning a person throughout time, whether it's with one person, whether you practice in monogamy, whether you practice in polygamy, whatever, however it may go, I think is beneficial on both ends. But if you don't like Neil said earlier, if you don't be a teacher, I mean a student of anything, whether it's a student of life, whether it's a student of literature, just a student all the way across the board, you'll never learn. So the more you learn in life, the more tools you'll have. And I think that's the most important thing. Like you got to have all the tools that you possibly need to rather upgrade your life, upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade the way
Let
you
me ask this.
go ahead.
Do you think, and we'll talk about as a collective, do you think whether now or let's say in the past 10 years, more men want to get married or they don't want to get married?
They don't want to get married because of how women, like Neil said earlier, women being free.
They don't bring nothing to
There's
the
no,
table.
yeah,
They
they
ran
really
through.
don't.
So, but
Like
look,
if we,
but
hold on, let
listen
me
to what
explain, let
you
me explain,
say.
let me explain, let me
Okay, okay,
explain, let me
okay,
explain.
okay, okay.
Get it out. The reason why, because I love to give, I'd rather break it down real elementary for everybody to completely understand where I'm coming from. Because you got to think about it. Um, when a man is getting actually intimate with a female that he's actually into, um it changes the mindset. It's a dopamine that lets off in the brain, boom, and every other time you with this person or you love them, you next thing you know, feelings and everything get involved. Oh wow, she could be playing a whole totally different game. She possibly sleeping with
Hmm.
another person. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And knowing that they outnumber, like y'all,
Blowout.
like right now in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's for every one male is like 14 women. You get what I'm saying? I
Damn.
got so it's like at that I'm just throwing out some random numbers. I don't stay in Atlanta.
Cold
I
blooded.
don't. I'm in Savannah 912 all day. But anyway,
Oh, that's where I was born at. Word up. Shout out to Savannah. What up? What up? What
all
up? What
day
up? My
long.
bad.
So what I notice is a lot of people right now even locked up behind a woman. Like it's a lot of stuff, but no one ever checks the woman. The woman just always moves
Nope.
on with gracefully throughout
Nope.
her life. But
Can't say
all the
nothing to
men,
mama.
man, oh man, I did such and such and such and such. Man, I done went around there, woo woo woo. I done ran
Yep.
into a whole nother guy. I'm thinking she all for me. I'm thinking she all for me. And then the way the internet is right now, it's all over the internet. Social media lets off a real dopamine within the body as well.
Hmm.
That's why people go for clicks and like. Oh, let me go check this. I got me 359 likes on here. Oh, I'm the man
Yep.
today. That it lets off something. So it's when you see
That
that,
dopamine hit.
bro, it's all in. It's like so when you see that and how the mind function, the brain is your thought is the fastest moving thing on this planet. It moves 24 billion miles per second. So if my mind is literally set on one specific thing or one specific individual, and that person lets you down, think how damaging it is for a man's ego. You just said earlier about a man's ego. You got to think about it. Women got egos as well, but the freeness of a woman in
Hell yeah.
comparison to a man being
boxed in. Like they want to box men in to be viewed a certain way. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. But with a woman,
A
let's say
real
you
man
are.
would do X,
Oh,
Y, Z.
you're real man. That's gaslighting. Now we gaslight. So it's like we always give women passes throughout life. But soon as when it come down to a man, oh, he ain't supposed to do this. Oh, I'm like, come on,
Nope.
are you being real? You
Yep.
just did it. You just what?
I really think, and
Double
and I
standards are
I
crazy.
hear what you're saying, but I feel like there's a big double standard, because it's funny
Double
to me.
standards exist in
It's
life.
and they do, but that don't make it right. It's you can't compare a woman to a man, but a man can do this and a woman it's like it's like double talking. Oh, a woman can do this, but a man can't do this. No, when a woman is involved with a man, she's usually involved more with her emotions first. I don't really think that's the same for men, especially when men are more visual than they are emotional. That's not to say men can't be emotional, but men are more visual than women would be.
But you're talking about a certain type of man, and that's what JP
Okay,
was talking
just
about
like you
earlier.
all are
Listen,
talking
listen,
about a
listen.
certain
Men,
type of woman. It's the
men,
same. It's the same thing. Y'all
men
can sit
fall in
here and say,
men fall in love through their eyes, and women fall in love through their ears. That's why women
okay,
wear
so
makeup.
you have
That's
to,
why women
okay, so
wear makeup
again,
and niggas tell lies.
but again,
Go ahead.
so you can't sit and discredit a woman for how a man approaches a situation, especially when all men do not approach the situation like that. I've met men in my life who will literally sit and approach me in the weirdest of a way and think this shit is okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. And the thing is, I think that a lot of the conversation is based off of women having a bunch of babies. But there are a lot of men out here
Smacked
who
out.
may not have kids, but they players. It's a lot of men out here that's married and is sneaking around on their wives. There's a lot of
Huh? Oh, she was like,
I got 2 baby dads.
she said she had
Oh,
2
that
baby
was a
daddies. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, just like there's a certain type of woman, there's a certain type of man, and you
All
can't
right. Well,
pick and choose when you can't pick and choose when it's convenient for a man based off of what a woman do. Just like a woman can't pick and choose convenience when it comes to a man. Like we have to make it, we gotta make it fair. Oh, well, men are more visual, so it's okay for them to go out and sleep with everybody.
y'all. But here's
That's
the
not
thing,
cool.
y'all have more aid and assistance for y'all bullshit than men do.
oh,
Prime
snap.
example.
Oh my
Prime
God.
example.
Man, take that flip down, man.
My man came
Hold
out
on,
with
hold on.
the
Think about
Louis.
it. Think about it. Look
Take
at
the flip
I
down, man.
saw I heard JP mentioning memes earlier. If you look at it, they had a meme of Rick Ross and they had a meme of Lizzo. And with Lizzo, oh my God, she's just amazing. Shorty
Ain't
overweight.
nobody did
Shorty got,
that running back.
but then they turn around to Rick Ross. Oh my God, he need to go put his shirt on. I'm like, what's
Wait a
the
second. Wait a second. Wait a
difference?
second. I don't understand that. Why the hell they praising Lizzo's big ass?
I don't understand, but like we on the internet, so I
She
ain't
about
trying to
400
go
pounds,
through
bro.
all this other stuff possibly with other
It's the
individuals.
you know what it's
But
the same way when dudes sit and say, and I think we had this conversation on the last podcast. Oh, men aren't attracted to the girls with the big butts, but yet y'all sleeping with all of them. They
No, there's
not
a difference
attracted to the
between
girls.
sexual,
We
but
not
there's a
attracted
difference
to the girls with
between
we love natural women, but
we
y'all will
do,
set
we do, we
natural
do.
women. Hold on. Y'all love natural women. Y'all want natural women, but y'all will set a natural woman to the side to go be with a freak show for a
But
little bit.
listen,
But see,
because
when
there's a
things
difference
don't work out, or
between
when you tired with that freak and she's
okay.
not doing what she need, now you wanna put a natural woman to the side so you can have your fun. But when it's
Listen,
not fun no more, then you want to go to the natural woman who has been wanting your attention or willing to give you the attention.
but
And
aren't you
that's what I
categorizing
don't
all men
understand.
now?
What?
Aren't you categorizing all men now? You
I'm
just said we
I'm
can't.
not categorizing all men, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is men, just like y'all want to talk about what women do, that's fine.
Mhm.
Y'all can talk about what women do. I'm going to talk about what I know men do. Because
No. That's the Nadar fallacy. You evaluate an entire group, but you evaluate an entire group based off a
Categorizing.
small
didn't
minority.
say all men. I
No.
said
I'm talking about
as a category, a lot of men that I've experienced, that I've encountered.
But that's anecdotal.
Listen, I'm not.
That's not indicative of the vast population of men, though.
Listen, what I'm saying is, I'm talking about me as an individual. I hear, I see, even on social media, I see men go towards. I told you in the last one with the girl with the 18 party, the girl that had the birthday party with the 18 people. This dude would literally set somebody like me to the side to go deal with her. He'll set the natural girl to the side because he want to deal with the big booty, the one that you don't.
I'm trying to tell you why.
Do you understand why? Do you understand why?
Because men have a special ability, a unique ability to compartmentalize, right? There's a difference between sexual attraction and relationship attraction. You know, the girl with the big booty, drop it like it's hot. That's good for sex. That's a fun time. But that's not nobody I'm going to devote my resources to, my time, my emotional investment.
I should wait for him.
No. We just speaking purely biology. Pure biology.
Okay, but
that's the difference. There's a difference. But a man of integrity and a man of moral character is not going to pursue the Jezebel with the big booty. We're not thinking of that type of man. No, I'm being. No, if you've never experienced a man of moral character that has chosen to be with a woman of value over a slut bucket, then you have never met a man of character.
Then I've never met a man of character. I've never met a man of character then, because
then you're biased. You're biased.
Listen, in the 32 years, I've encountered knowing experiences of good men. And I'm saying that these are good men. They're not trash men. These are top tier men. These are men with substance, men that are intellectual, men that have educational backgrounds, men who know how to build, initiate, men who start businesses. Like, they're not off limits. They're not off limits. I've seen really good men do some really fucked up shit. So again, that's not trying to categorize, because they are sincerely good men. Which my man on here, what's the dude that was coming for me?
Oh, Lee
could probably be a really good man. I can't tell from how he was coming at me, but shit, that's just
Abe said you walk past those men every day and reject their ass. Nuclear rejection. Like, no, nigga, don't be talking to me with your awkward ass, and you got some bummy ass shoes on, nigga.
That's not true, because I love ugly dudes. And my thing is,
wait, hold on, pause. Did she just say what? See, she was going in, and she dropped the ball just there.
Listen, I have a thing for unattractive men, because I will be honest and say there have been a lot of unattractive men that have really treated me really, really nice.
She lying. Where they at though? Where they at?
Why? Where they at in the picture now?
Listen,
are they in the picture now?
There are a lot of men who most women don't like, wouldn't never have a conversation
and
with,
they leave those men.
And they leave those men. I literally have lots of male friends, not sexual, not
say what?
romantic. I have a lot of male friends
red
that
flag.
most women don't want to talk to, would never even sit and take a look at. And you know where they are? You know where they are? Working for Google. You know where they are? Owners of banks. That's
why I believe that women, I'm telling you right now, that's why I believe thoroughly right now, just by what you're saying, is that their husbands are in their friend zones. They just overlook them.
But again, it's the type of women. It's
telling
the
you the truth.
type. Like
Most.
I said,
Most.
I'm not the most attractive female, but I get a lot of attention. At the end of the day, it's the mindset. I'm not easily triggered by sex. You can't wave a penis in my face and think, oh yeah, I'm just about to
But
drop
I'm
my
telling you,
dog.
Desiree, most women think like that. They're all selective. Most women are selective. Most women are.
But what's
That's
wrong with being selective?
nothing's wrong with it. I'm just simply saying that plays into hypergamy. If they're going to be selective, they're going to go for the most highest caliber guy that they can get. And what does that mean? That means if you're making $40,000 a year and you're working at Walmart, I'm overlooking your
some of the most
ass.
high caliber men are unattractive,
Well,
overweight.
you said you go for them dudes, right?
I said I don't mind an unattractive guy. I don't mind an unattractive guy. You gotta listen. I don't mind an unattractive guy, but we're talking about me. We're not talking about all of the women. I am not right now at this point in my life because of everything that's going on. I will say I'm working on trust issues. I have trust issues because I'll meet guys of all calibers. And a lot of them, like I said, might be really good guys, but they have some very disturbing ways. And my thing is, the first red flag I get, nah. And if anybody knows Aquarius people, we run from commitment. Because
And look at JP over there nodding his head.
What does he know?
I know he do.
They are self-sabotage. They will
let's get ready to
it's because
they
we
will
literally
leave
think about
before
everything.
they think you
Oh
going
my
to
gosh.
leave them.
Here we go.
They will leave, they will tuck their tail and run in the fear of you doing it to them first.
Faster than you know.
And that first red flag,
gone.
They gone. But when they gone, they still thinking they head down. Was I too harsh? Was it me? Could I have stayed a little bit longer? But in their minds, but that's not even just an Aquarius trait. That's a woman's trait, period.
It is.
That's just Miss Kazi. She know. Thank you, Miss Kazi, for
that's a woman. That's a woman's biggest trait anyway, because the woman's mind is the devil's playground.
Damn.
It's the devil's playground. He's going to.
You ain't lying about that.
The devil.
They're susceptible.
The first victim of the devil.
That's why they should be covered.
Was a woman. And the thing about it, and when he succeeded, from then on and forever, a woman will always second guess. She will always play emotional mind games with herself. But it takes a man to have to be able to settle that down. But settling it down means it looks like of gaining the trust of, because my man said, listen, I'm wanting certain things, but not putting equal value. The thing about it is this: once a man kind of falls short at the first time, the woman goes in on him, but the man also, in his mind also, he's second guessing himself of trying so hard to prove his point of, all right, I'm gonna make it better. Letting her put him in a position of making him feel like he got to prove that he can be trusted again. The thing about it, if a woman feels like once you fuck up or mess up, sorry for the curse word, but if he messes up, and I always feel like this: the first time that I lost your trust, or you feel like I can't be trusted no more, let me go. Because what I'm not about to do,
that's true.
Doghouse with you, looking over my shoulder,
play them games. Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Emotional manipulation is what I call it.
My job is to always strive for perfection, and if I fall short, and nobody's perfect, but if I fall short and you can't take it, I got to start over with something new.
All right, listen. I got to interject real quick, because I think we're still on topic, but I think we kind of going off a little bit into the weeds. I want to kind of bring it back to what the central theme of tonight's discussion is who is at fault? I know we kind of went off into different, which I think is all good, is all fruitful, but the theme of tonight's topic is who is at fault for all of these children. Or excuse me, for pregnancy just in general. Who's at fault? And look, I can't say for sure that there's an absolute answer to this. I'm not proclaiming that, but my argument is that the demand for men have the type of men that women today are going for, because they're freer than ever and they are in charge of their picking process. So since they're not held down by any conventional restraints, no religion, and they have full range to pick who they want to have a child with, I think because women are in charge of that process, that's my argument, is that since they have the power, they hold the responsibility. That's my position.
It was said that the man chooses the woman.
Well, yeah, and we're going to get to that, but I want to play this clip real quick, y'all, because I'm kind of y'all just be tripping. All right, here we go.
Daniel, stand up. How many children?
28.
How many women?
16.
Terrence?
4
children with
2 different women.
Yeah. Ryan?
Almost 5 children with 4.
Almost 5.
Yes,
damn.
Talk to me about almost 5.
I have another baby due November 22nd.
So 4 children.
4 children.
How many mothers?
4 different women.
4 different women.
Yes.
And you got a baby on the way. Okay. And John?
6 baby mothers, 11 children.
Damn.
11 children. And Jumani?
I have 6 children with 4 different women.
4 different women.
Oh my goodness.
Now here's what I want us to get. That these men collectively have 87 children, that includes Jay, with 50 different women.
Damn.
That is 130.
All right, that's the clip right there. So yeah, I mean, what else needs to be said? Right then and there, we got one irresponsible. I'm saying in that scenario, there is one irresponsible man to 6, 7, 8 irresponsible baby mothers. So who's propagating all the degeneracy? Yeah, we got one man is at fault. One man is at fault. That man is at fault.
All of them men don't need to carry the one dude said 28, bro.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying that man is just as at fault as the 8 women. 8. You mean to tell me, so before you mix your genetic pool with somebody, you don't know if that man has 11 kids? You don't know that?
First of all,
help me understand that.
Most women, listen,
most women just crack that ass back.
If a dude is messing around with 5 different women, I'm almost willing to bet you all 5 of them women do not know each other. To some degree, they might know, oh, he got one baby mom, but she don't know about all of them. She don't know about all of them.
So a woman to give up her womb before she even knows if the man has children.
The thing is, if a man is sitting here lying to her like men do so well, men are so
women stupid, or are they malicious?
No,
like, help me understand.
But if a woman says, I like this man, and she does not know, because men do have, let's not sit here and act like men aren't good at manipulating women, especially when y'all know.
But this game been played for so long. You mean to tell me that women have not evolved to overcome that? The game has been played
so long, but men is still out here dropping 28 kids.
Yeah, a very small minority of men is what my position is.
Listen, but again,
y'all saw that chart I put up there. You saw that chart.
See, but still, you trying to put all of this pressure on the fact that all these women had the kids. One man literally had 28. Where's the discipline? Where's the discipline for the men?
Listen, if I can sit down with Pookie right now and have a discussion with him, I would I would excoriate his ass.
All of them dudes, which one of them dudes was even a Pookie? Which one of them dudes was even a Pookie?
They're all Pookies because they're creating broken homes.
Put that motherfucking video, put that video back up. Look at all of them dudes. Tell me how out of all of them dudes is Pookies. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, if they are creating, if they are just creating, having sex with women indiscriminately, and not even trying to forge a relationship or whatever they're trying to do,
Not even
but
trying
I
to
think
forge a
because
relationship, but I
statistically,
guarantee you,
because
women were trying to forge one with them.
because statistically, children do better under a two-parent home. We know that, right? Can we acknowledge that truth, or is that taboo
What is
today
this?
too? Oh, so
Are
let me
we
explain
looking at
this.
it from a
Oh,
monogamous perspective?
huh?
Or are we looking at it from a monogamous perspective, or are we
Yes,
looking at it
from
like
a
some tribal
statistically.
tribal? But that's the thing that goes back to culture. Like if we're tribal people, then we got to stick with culture. We can't straddle the fence and just say, okay, we're monogamous, because then we looking at it from a
We
Oh
Eurocentric
don't know.
well,
perspective.
you
Oh,
talking about like Africans or something?
We don't know. We don't really know what our culture is. We don't know. So that's why I
So
said it's not culture, it's community. Because we really don't know as a black community. We don't really know. We have been given a culture. That's why it looks like this. They gave us this and told us this is what our culture is. But we know what community is. We have no idea what culture is, but we do know what village and community is. That is the issue.
I disagree with that, JP. We knew what culture was back in prior to 1960s, where
No, that was
marriage rates.
community. That was not culture. Why do we keep saying
No. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what the culture was.
we
It
were
was
slaves?
American.
Bro, we don't know. We were brought
Wait a second. Are you saying we were slaves in 1950, JP?
allegedly. We were brought here and taught everything that we know,
But
Neil.
JP, are you saying? Okay,
We
are you
came
saying?
as
Are
a
you saying in
village.
1950 black people were enslaved?
We
'Cause I thought I
came.
heard you
We
say that.
became a community and a village. We don't know. We have no idea what our culture is. Look at what they have given us. This is what they've given us, Neil. You can't say that this is our culture, bro. You
What you mean I
cannot
can't say that? This is the most prosperous land in the world. Why not?
Black African Americans don't have a culture because everything that we got.
Yes, we do. We do have a culture. We just refuse. We fight tooth and nail, JP. We fight tooth and nail, JP. We fight tooth and nail to repudiate what the culture is. You want to know what that culture is? American culture. Black people don't want to subscribe to the American ideology.
You know what real culture is? It what comes to America, and that's and the immigrants that come here, they still send back. We are the only ones. When you say culture, why don't we stick together? Why don't we look out for each other like these other
Because we are still having a identity crisis. You want to know why? Because we keep perpetuating this narrative that we don't belong here. We, regardless of what happened in the past, we brought here on slave ships, or we brought here on in a limousine. We're here now. We should subscribe to the land that is here. And what do? We take advantage of capitalism. We take advantage of the free market. We take advantage of all the benefits, but we don't want to subscribe to the American culture. The American culture.
Look at what you want to subscribe to. Look at what the black culture want to subscribe to, bro. Come on, man.
No, you call it. No, but JP.
Our history shows us that back when we had forefathers, back when we were considered ancient, polygamy was a part of our culture. It was a man who took care of multiple women while the women raised a village of children.
Yeah, but polygamous societies are unsustainable.
Polygamy is used for something completely different.
Polygamous societies are unsustainable.
It's unsustainable for guys who can't sustain financially. That's the issue.
No, we're talking about.
Every man wants to have multiple women, but can't financially support that. We want all the women, but can't financially sustain. If we know women want stability, if we know women, they clam up as soon as things go awry because we can't sit up here and take care of home. Why do niggas want so much ass? You keep bringing up that women should close.
You ain't lying about that.
Why do men keep wanting so much butt, Neil? Because it's open. Why?
Because it's a man's biological imperative to want sex. What are you talking about? Why do women want to shoot for the highest dude? Why do men?
And the thing about it is, bro.
But it wasn't always like that either, Neil. So be clear with that.
It's like y'all demonizing what man's. Y'all demonizing a man. Okay, you know what? I feel like I've been suffocating the
natural ability.
Go ahead, Escobar. I know you ain't said much, bro. Go ahead, chime in.
I mean, I get it, but with anything, I think it has to have some type of balance. When you go to other cultures, you can see where men having 4 or 5 different wives and things of that nature. But like JP said, it has to be it has to be where your pockets are. If your pockets are not there, it's not going to happen. You can see throughout the Bible. You could look at David, I guess supposedly quote unquote a man after God's own heart. I mean, you just see it had several wives, several concubines. You can see it all over. It's definitely in our natural ability to be that exact way, but more importantly, it's about what you can afford. If you can't afford it, don't be striving to practice it. If you having these kids, please be able to take care of these kids. I got a cousin. I'm not gonna put him out there. Man, he got 12 kids. You dig what I'm saying? I'm like,
Say what?
he be hopping. He be hopping. You hear me? But it's like I get it, but I understand it, but I don't necessarily agree with it unless you're able to take care of your responsibility. If you're able to take care of your responsibility, if you're able to take care of two households, and everybody is in agreement, whether you practice in Islam, whether you practice in Christianity, you could look at it from a biblical perspective. Christ, the church, he married him. Who's the church? We're supposed to be with the church. If every individual is supposed to be the church, that's a polygamous situation depending on your perspective on life. So it's
Whoa,
all
whoa, whoa, whoa,
according to.
whoa! Wait a second. I can't let that slide.
Go
You
ahead.
saying that if a man is the head of his family, the
Mm-hmm.
wife, the children, you saying
Mm-hmm.
that's synonymous to a polygamous
No.
relationship?
I said Christ being the bride, the church being
Right.
the
Okay.
yeah, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I got you.
every
I got you.
bingo. So what I'm saying is yes, it is, but if you can't take care of it, then don't practice it. And I would definitely say like you need to practice whether it's abstinence or semen retention, whatever it is that you want to do to practice some type of self-control. And I'm in total agreement to that. But if you in here and you just shooting the club up, just to shoot the
Smack.
club up because you have the ability to, and
And
you
most
like,
Most
men
men
are
don't
doing
have that ability though. That's the
and
And
most
problem.
men are doing that.
and
And who was
No,
it that
no,
said
you
it
did
was
not just say that. Look at this. Look at this chart though, Desiree. You telling me this chart is not accurate right here? You mean to
I
tell me
don't
that
even know
the
what
most
this chart is saying.
okay, so let me show you. Let me tell you what it's saying. So basically, it's it's showing you the rank and file woman and the rank and file men, and you see from 1 all the way up to 10. Number 1, the ugliest chick. I'm talking about butt face ugly. Thinks she deserves a higher caliber man because she bears that mantra. I'm not gonna settle. Look at number 2, the unfortunate chick. I don't know. Maybe she disabled. She still want that high caliber dude because that's been
he
pumped and
gotta have
promulgated all through the media.
200K.
I want a man that's making X amount of dollars, 200, right? And then you got X, so on and so forth, all the way up to the top chicks. They all want this small minority of men, and these small minority men and say, "Oh my gosh, I got a plethora of options. I am going to smash every last one of them,
Mm-hmm.
every last one of them." And women, they overlook that because honestly, women aren't supposed to be excluding their honestly their fathers from their mating process, from their mating selection
Ask
process.
you a
They
question,
should be,
Neil. When you
yeah.
have, because there was somebody in here, I think it was Abe that said something about animals.
Boy,
What
she said
lioness?
everybody.
What lioness in the jungle? If we want to talk about animals, which lioness goes for the weakest of the lions?
You said what's lion? Wait,
What
what's that?
lioness? What female goes for the weakest of their mates?
I agree. So basically,
They
you're
go.
saying what I
So
said is
You're
correct.
kind of like agreeing with.
So what I'm saying is,
So you're substantiating what I said.
look at. So what's wrong? What's wrong with
What's wrong
being
with most women that think they
what we
qualify for the high
consider
caliber
low
guy, but
caliber
not?
But it's not the women you should be mad at. It's the three
Oh, here
niggas
he
up there.
go.
It's the three
But
niggas up there. It's the three
Remember what I said
niggas up there.
earlier? Remember what I said earlier? You
See,
see,
this
you
the
see.
thing.
Okay, yeah, you're right. No,
See,
JP,
this
you're
the
right. It's,
thing.
hold on,
JP,
I
you're
didn't
right.
even say what he
Hold
said.
on,
What did
Neil.
he
This is
say?
the
Oh
thing.
my goodness. Okay.
So this is the thing. You and Lee, bro, because this nigga said something about it's like options in this world.
Shots fired.
It is only 2 options. It's either you all in or you all out. But niggas want to be in the middle and can't sustain and you can't sustain that. And you mad. It's 3 niggas up there that you keep saying that keep getting all the females. These the 3 niggas who can't hold themselves together. but you blaming all of them. But you mad because the dudes down here can't
See what
get
I'm
no
saying?
female.
This is the nader fallacy, bro.
That's what I
These
asked. What is
all
wrong with
the men,
from number
listen,
seven? From number 7 down. What is wrong with the men from number 7 down? What is
women
wrong?
overlook them. They work at Walmart, supervisor.
Them the ugly ones.
So all 7 of
It's the
them.
Walmart supervisor that women are overlooking.
So majority of the men are working low end jobs, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that these type of men don't meet that woman's standard, her threshold of type of guy that she wants. They think they deserve the high top tier dude, and they say that exact same thing you said. I will never settle until I find him.
Because the baddest of the baddest women are not the ones that's getting these. That the men that are having all of these kids, if you looked at that video, all of them look like simps to me.
Oh, she cold.
She told out in that video we just watched. In that video we just watched with the,
okay.
with the guys having
No. These dudes have it. But you know what they got? They could be simps, but they have the uncanny ability to get ass, as much ass as they can possibly get.
So again, you double talking, Neil. You
Real
double
talk.
talking. They either low class and don't nobody want them, or they everything that everybody wants.
Those dudes will fall in that top 3 percentiles. I'm not double talking. This is all consistent. Those guys you just saw who are responsible for all these children out of wedlock would be in that top 20%. Because they ain't even got to have money. They can just have a big you know what I'm saying? They can have a big eggplant and women to go for it. Or he just cute. He just tall. He whatever.
What's in his pants? She's probably not even gonna get there.
Ask them 3 niggas what they doing right. Why you don't want to ask them 3 niggas what they doing right?
And that's my question.
JP,
ask these niggas why you just gonna be like, hey bro, what you doing right? You getting all the hoes.
Oh my god. JP, these guys
women, hey, stop, close your legs. Stop fucking them. Well, you should be hollering at that man, asking him, what you doing right? I've been hearing you all the time complaining that these women need to step up and stop fucking. No, ask them niggas what they doing.
JP,
right.
So what did I say earlier? What did I say at the onset of this whole? What did I say at the onset of this chat of this live? I said a bunch of women are having sex with a small minority of men, and they want a small minority of degenerate men, and they want the good dudes to go sit down and correct these dudes. It ain't happening. I'm not having a conversation with Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, or Nug Nug. I ain't hollering at them.
Well,
you
how
can.
about this?
But you know what? If you want to talk about a black community, that might just be the problem. Why you don't talk to your brothers and ask
Those
them?
ain't my brothers. No, they are community destroyers.
Listen,
what do you mean?
Why it's just like if you as a grown man, you see a badass 6 or 7 year old little boy. You're not going to try to sit him down and talk to him and see what's going on with him to figure out why you so bad.
I would love to talk to a child and help him fix the correct errors of his ways, but not a grown ass man.
But
not a grown ass
men
man.
don't articulate in the same way. You don't think it would be?
I don't understand. Why can't the majority of women just say, you know what? These guys have been playing tricks on us, mind games on us, and for years. We're not going to go for them anymore.
Right now, we're not talking about the women. Why is it that the man can't help his fellow brother to get him on? You can help the man get some weed. You can help the man on to a job.
Yeah.
You can help him go out there and do all of this, but you can't help him get himself together for a woman.
Okay, hold up. Desiree, I'm gonna let Abe. Y'all, this is my boy Abe. He just jumped on. Abe, I'm bringing you on, man. Say what's on your heart. Say what's on your mind, brother. But don't make me look bad.
Popping, man. Shout out to the Real Awoke, man. The Real Unwoke podcast, man. Shout out, man. But for real.
Hey, I don't think this brother can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Pause for 1 second. Everybody in the chat, I need all y'all to hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed. So that way when we go live in the future, y'all will get the notification. Stop what you're doing right now. Make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead, Abe. It's all you.
Now, first off, Shouty, ask your question one more time. I just want to hear one more time. What's the question you were saying? You was making a point.
What I mean, I said a lot, so I don't know what in particular.
Yeah, what in particular, Abe?
Well, because
Okay.
I said,
All right.
so
Then
my
I
thing
ask you, Neil.
is,
All right.
you can't ask your brothers, why can't you get your brothers straight? Help them out. If you see your brothers is lacking or they not getting none or whatever the case is, if you feel they low character, low anything, what is so wrong with one man trying to help his brother to get him right for a woman?
I mean, all right. Check this out first and foremost. Neil, what was the topic?
The topic is who is at fault, and that kind of extrapolates out to what we're talking about now. But the pregnancy is
Who
really
was at fault?
Yeah.
Pregnancy?
Who is at fault?
You said
yeah, well, that's where it starts. Is the sex first, and then the out of wedlock children that's being born without fathers, and families are broken up, and we don't have a community today.
Oh, you already know what time it is, man. Who's at fault? First of all, first and foremost, who gets born? That's rule number one. We men. And guess what? This is America, ain't it? You ain't got no power, nigga, over who gets born, nigga. The woman got power over who gets born.
I've been saying
Best
that.
believe she got power over who gets born. She could say yes or no whether she go in that clinic and that hanger get hung up.
Oh my goodness.
That's on you, nigga.
All right. Okay.
Sleep with who you will. Because best believe, in the end, it's up to her. But the real question is, why don't we have any power? But she's got the power.
That's what I said.
So
I've been saying that this whole
she
time.
should act accordingly, whether she goes in there or does not go in there.
Okay, so for now on, all women make all of the decisions for men, and y'all can't complain about it.
Women are
And we ain't
55%
got
of
shit. That's definitely a privilege you got here in the U.S. that we
I don't
ain't.
understand what men don't understand about the fact that before the baby comes, the sperm comes first. Stop acting like women is just out here forcing y'all to sleep with them and then unprotected. Stop.
First of all, who opens? First of all, hold on, cause there's a lot of locks out here, but there's a lot of rusty keys.
Oh,
there's a lot of locks out here with a lot of rusty keys.
What female is forcing you to do anything? Who forcing you to
There's
do
a lot of
anything?
locks out here and a lot of rusty keys, and somehow these rusty keys keep opening these locks.
One at a time, y'all.
Who y'all sleeping with them and unprotected at that?
Dudes are sleeping with them because guess what? Guess who's sleeping with who? Who get in the end of the day? By the end of the day,
with the man, she not sleeping by herself. So if we want to discredit the woman, we gotta discredit the man that's sleeping with her. It's just
okay. By the end of the day, who chooses to engage the sex? Who's open for the sex?
There would be no child. There would be no question.
I mean, who by the end of the day, who gets to say so and who has sex?
If a man says no, there won't be a pregnancy. Period.
If a man asks a woman for sex, by the end of the day, who gets to say so? Otherwise, it's rape.
So the man
who gets to say so?
Because the next thing that's gonna come out my mouth is it's
okay.
Not
so just that's an easy one. That's an easy one. Just say the woman. Just say the woman. Just say the woman gets to say so. Take some accountability. Take some accountability. Take some accountability.
Hold up, damn. Hey, pause. 1 second. Hey. Back up from your phone, man. Damn, you shouting, bro. Back up. I hear you. I'm right there with you, but you can't. You got.
I'm gonna calm down. But my thing is, stop just trying to jump on the woman like the man don't have no say so. Because when y'all want to have say so, y'all can have all the say so in the world when y'all want to. But conveniently enough, it's always, well, the woman can bear the child. Well, we've always known the woman can bear the child, just like we all know when a man ejaculates into a woman, there's a possibility of pregnancy.
So at the end of the day, if we stop the problem,
Yeah, but who's the father? That's the question.
the father,
Exactly my question. Who opened the thighs to who? Who opened them thighs to who?
the man that's
Who
not
opened them
no.
thighs to who?
The man isn't disciplining himself enough to say no is not the woman's fault. You can have 1,000 women spread their legs. You gonna sleep with all of them?
So let me ask you a quick question. If a girl decides she gonna smoke out, get drunk with her friends right now, and then go out to Detroit, and she said, man, fuck that, I'm gonna go out to Detroit, I'm gonna find somebody, I'm gonna fuck whoever, I'm gonna do whatever. Hold on, she ends up getting knocked up in the process. She's not supposed to have any accountability to that.
I didn't say that.
And there's a lot of us in our generation and people and babies running around from that exact experience.
But when she want to have sex, why we got to hit raw? Why we got to hit
it
raw?
ain't always.
But JP, you wouldn't hit raw, bro.
We don't talk about. We can't talk about who's hitting raw because we the ones here on the podcast. What about the niggas who wasn't the raw dogs?
Right.
Listen,
you want to talk about them?
Like I had said earlier, y'all keep trying to utilize this situation conveniently when it comes to babies.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking the real. Since y'all want to cut in, y'all want to cut into the real. Let's talk about the ones that wasn't the raw dogs. Have you ever asked your mother if she had an abortion? Have you ever asked your mother if she had an abortion?
Kids. What are you talking
about?
No,
you have not.
They didn't have a kid. They still out here being reckless. What if women wasn't really getting pregnant?
One second, Abe.
First of all, she just going off. I can't even gather what her conversation's about. She just going off.
All right, hold up 1 second.
Let's have a conversation.
Hey,
y'all men are too smart. That's the problem. Men are smart. And because y'all are smart, y'all do dumb things. Steve Harvey said it best. He said,
and you listening to Steve Harvey for advice?
Women are some of the smartest creatures until we get with stupid men.
Hey, Escobar, chill out, man.
Listening to Steve Harvey for advice. Steve Harvey's daughter don't listen to him for advice, but you listening to Steve Harvey for advice.
It's not his biological seed, first of all.
It don't matter. You ain't never been taught by Steve Harvey. So what is you bringing him up for? Goofy shit.
Like I said, men are smart.
Goofy shit, bro.
Men are smart.
All right. 1 second, y'all.
Good.
Hold up, Dad.
It don't take smarts. It's common sense.
Hey, 1 second. All right, y'all. 1 second. Let's take a breather. JP, I want you to chime in, man. Look like you about to say something. Now, Escobar, I'll let you follow up.
I was reading what Lee said. He said I'm remedial or some shit.
He said you remedial as hell, dog.
Yeah, like it's just funny because I just don't understand, bro. I wish a female would. Like, I would never give females that much power. Y'all are giving women so much power because I wish a woman would, dog. I wish. Like, I don't understand.
JP, it's more simps, man, than you can ever imagine.
A woman won't try me like that. She won't try me like that. Like, for real. It ain't even about what I say, it's how I move. You keep talking about simping, dog. You keep having, and what you got is guys who keep trolling with you, cuz it's feeding you. It's feeding what you.
JP, I presented the data, bro. I presented the data and the evidence, and I gave you.
But you are double talking. Hold on, Dad. Hold on.
All right, let him come at me. Let him come at me real quick. Go ahead, JP.
Because, dog, you are double talking. You are, because as soon as what you started off with, and when she caught you with it, you still saying your always excuses. Well, I'm devil's advocate. Well, I'm just saying, I'm just doing it. Nah, nigga, you double talking.
I'm not.
You double talking.
I'm speaking about the objective reality that's happening out there, bro. I'm not. No. What you hear, JP, what you hear, bro, what you hear is a distinction between what I would do personally from a moral standpoint and what I'm observing in reality. I'm stating that no, I wouldn't do that, but this is the reality. That's why I act as on the devil as devil.
Arguing, Neil.
It's not double talk. It's a distinction between what I would do.
We don't know. We don't realize we use words so loosely with the wrong definition. You keep saying simping, bruh. What you don't understand is what you complaining about when you just put up that chart. That's simping and complaining because at the end of the day, dog, you crying about what 3 niggas up there got. First of all,
I'm saying they are the community destroyers, bro.
First of all, let's keep it real and let's keep it in context.
Let them finish. Abe. Let them finish.
I'm not dead. Because what you saying don't make a damn sense either. What you saying don't make sense either, dog. You coming up here, you can't hear her.
Hold up. Let them finish, Abe.
You rattling off nonsense anyway. And I'm watching everybody trigger her. And then it's on calm down, this, that, and the other. So don't even talk no more. It's don't even worry about it. Cause I got it. Don't even worry about it. Because at the end of the day, dog, you, Lee, all y'all, my nigga, at the end of the day, you crying about 3 niggas at the top. Every dude got it's friendly competition when it comes to these women out here, dog. At the end of the day, you doing what you need to do. Men with power get women, but with power comes great responsibility. The 3 niggas with the power don't know how to handle responsibility because all they want is what you keep saying is pussy, dog. We sit up here and spend our time every single day chasing ass. You just because a woman open up her leg, you telling a woman just stop opening up her leg. Nigga, stop being weak for it. Handle your business. Niggas out here missing money because they chasing ass, cuz. That's your problem.
Okay, but you're preaching to the choirs when I'm trying to say to you. I'm trying to put I'm putting emphasis. I'm trying to put emphasis on the fact that we have a small percentage of men who are responsible for the lion's share of the children. They are there thus far community destroyers. These are the male versions of the community destroyers. Hold up. These are the male versions of the community destroyers. And then you have the
community of men. You keep talking about this. It's a low community of men. You keep
a small percentage. Yes.
Step your game up.
No, this isn't a competition, JP. I'm saying that this is what they're. All right. Never mind.
Mad at the ones that's winning.
It's not.
Y'all tripping. Now y'all making it. Y'all twisted into something else that I'm trying to say. Y'all misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm not. This is not me butthurt.
This question. If we let's for a second, right? Take the babies out of it. Let's take all of the women that's pregnant out of it, right? Before the babies come,
which is a major part.
30 babies come. What happens? Let's just say, again, take the babies out. If we even took the babies out, it don't stop the amount of men that will sit and chase and ejaculate in a woman. Because if that's the case, it would probably be more men out here having kids.
I got a solution. Women just close their legs.
Hold on. Even if the man ain't, you got some men that's having babies, but there are still men that's doing the same thing as the men that's having babies. They just not having babies. So why don't we correct that first? Because that happens first. That's the problem. That's the problem that creates these men that you're talking about. That's what happens. There has to be a starting factor. The starting factor builds a block for them 3 men at the top that y'all complaining about. These is the men that's getting money. These is the men that's getting attention, but they also the men that's out here being reckless. But let's not forget the other 7 men down there that's still probably doing the same thing. But they not having kids. Some of them being, a lot of them is probably, I know a lot
they're not giving them any play. Trust me.
So what are we going to say about that? Because that happens first.
All right, let me let Escobar go in, and then Abe, you can follow up after Escobar.
I see both perspectives, but I mean, at the end of the day, it takes 2. That's all I really can say. It takes two. Like we can sit up here, we can go back and forth about who did what, when, where, and how, and Steve Harvey. We can break up all these other individuals. But when it come down to it, at the end of the day, it's two people involved within the situation that holds different responsibilities. But you gotta understand the role that you play within it and be able to be held accountable for the role that you play in it. That's really it all boils down to.
So, go ahead, Abe.
Yeah, man. Pretty much, you right, man. It's two motherfuckers going through it, man. What else is
There
there
y'all
to
go,
say
man.
about
There
it?
y'all go. This
If you,
is so sad, man. This is so sad. We have been peddling the same old song for
yeah,
decades.
it's really what it
At the end of
is.
the day, it
But
comes down to two people.
but
The problem ain't
here's the
gonna get
thing. Here's
solved.
the
The
thing,
problem is not gonna get
Here's the
solved if we
thing.
say this for another 50
Here's
years. I
the
promise
thing,
you.
though. Here's the thing, dog. It's
It comes down to
complicated
two
and
people,
simple
two
at the
tango.
same
It's
time.
not gonna happen. It's not gonna
It's
happen. I promise you.
complicated and simple at the same time, but we only ever see one side of it. We see the simple side of it. It's two people going at it. They have a baby, bam, a baby's produced. And we like, okay, yeah, that happened. But nigga, we never see the fact that it's two people going at it. And nigga, the whole biology has changed. Whose family is involved in this? Who allowed for this? How promiscuous has this girl been? Where has he been at for the past 5 days? And does this dude even have a job? Is this family united?
Two at the end of the day.
We are losing the fact that the values, nigga.
Who are
It's the
supposed to be the
values,
ones
and
who
we
are
move
who?
on.
No. Hold up. Men transmit the morality. Women transmit the culture. Men are supposed to be there vetting these. Men are supposed to be there, right? Vetting and assisting and facilitating their daughters in choosing the potential mate that they want to share their seed, share their womb with. Give their womb to. But because we don't have fathers, because women initially chose a terrible, low quality dude. But I don't understand why we keep on going right back to this cliche. Oh, it takes two to tango. It comes down to both. Yeah, I agree. Initially, the men. Hold on. Let me say this. I believe yes. Initially, it came down to the men abandoning their posts. Men, yes, initially abandon their posts and they allow for this degeneracy to come in. I agree. Men drop the ball, but I'm talking about fast forward. We done ran the experiment. What does it look like when women are fully in control of their mating process? Let's run that experiment hypothetically and see how it plays out in 50 years. Look where we at.
Starting point. If you don't fix the problem where it is, then
I'm telling you.
Then again, if men done left they post or did whatever, women have gotten to a point to where it's like it's like manipulation. That's what it is. It's like,
and we're not even talking about the defective men that come. We're not even talking about
that all led to the defeminization of men.
That's what I'm about to say. We're not even talking about
most them dudes, them cats. You see, they adapted all them feminine ways. There's been how many years of rap?
Why y'all not talking to
one at a time,
I'm like, damn, there's been how many years of rap of just really femininity? A bunch of dudes in their feelings, if I may. I could come with them words, homie. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to just say it how it is. Bunch of dudes in their feelings.
You know what? I believe in my
men.
I really do.
And there's been too much dumbed down shit. There's been people. I bet you.
Power. That's what it is. Instead of you all literally taking the education, taking the experience, instead of just trying to be the man, why don't you take the necessary steps? Because men are strong. Naturally.
Because even, shouty, if I may, for real, above that, even men have a code. Even men have a code where if you step on the wrong set of toes, you're gone. You keep talking about men being men, but there's ways men become men.
That's a man's
There's
ego.
ways men become men without getting involved in the bullshit. There's ways men become men that you've ignored and didn't give a fuck about those men that worked hard being those men.
All right, hold up, damn, y'all starting to sound like a damn
Like
married
that's
couple.
your ego. That's why you can't stop talking. That's why you can't stop talking.
Because I want you to
Like-
be smarter. That's why. I want you to be smarter. Because
Yeah, Abe, you're not supposed to be going back and forth like that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be
You're not supposed to. Who said that shit, bro?
I'm saying it's fine. It's good to assert.
When niggas be like, you ain't supposed to go back and forth, man. Fuck all that, man. Who said that shit? You ain't supposed to go back and forth with who, nigga?
Hey, why you too raw?
I swear to
right,
God, bro. That's why I'm like, nigga. I'm with all respect. This is your cast, homie. You know how I am, no. But at the same time, dog, when motherfuckers get out of line like that, homie, you ain't supposed to go back and forth with who? We talking. This is a discussion. Either we can have a proper discussion or I can let her have this because this is what she wants.
You can say what you want to say. I got tough skin. At the end of the day, I'm gonna sleep real good tonight. But what I'm saying is, like I said when I started the podcast, okay, men, I have enough mental strength for my men. I want, especially my black men, to be in better positions than what they are. I hate that they gotta suffer for these loose ass, nothing ass women that treat them the way they do, because I don't believe the men need to be treated like that. But at the end of the day,
So should they leave them?
Do what?
Should they just leave them? Walk away, throw them out to the streets?
Listen, if he belongs
That's a
to the
good
streets,
question.
if he want to be in the streets,
Because it's usually the women that initiate breakups and divorces. So should they leave?
But why?
You should ask those women. That's 80% of all divorces and breakups are initiated by women.
That's real talk.
Why is that?
Because
the niggas ain't leaving.
Because men have a way of saying one thing and coming off like they really feel what they saying, but doing something else. Just like a man will sit here and be nutting in a woman the same time he telling her he don't want no kids. Come on.
So listen, I do want to also mention another contributing factor is that we, with the with the rise of beta men, the men not having the ability to confidently lead or wanting to take on that role of leadership, with the rise of weak men, we have to acknowledge where are these men being bred and groomed? Single mother homes. There was an age-old saying a long time ago, which a lot of people adhere to, which I don't know what happened, but a woman cannot raise a man. Nowadays, what we see is that women are raising these boys to be feminine as hell and complaining that these men are not fully masculine or have not embraced their masculine role and have not embraced leadership when they bred these men. They bred them. So let's talk about this. So these men that women are. So these men that women are complaining about.
So these men can't do what it takes to get their kids. Cause I hear a lot of men.
You ain't never heard no horror stories.
Oh no. I can actually answer this. No, there's a lot of us who couldn't because I had custody of my son, and I was homeless. And I took my son to DHS. I got on the bus from Ann Arbor, came to Ypsilanti to DHS. And you know what they told me? And I did it in the rain. You know what they told me? We do not offer services for independent fathers. Only independent mothers.
Yep.
You dig?
Yep.
Listen.
Only
but seriously though.
We apologize, but we cannot offer you services. And that's what they told me. So don't sit there and talk that shit, because we got it the worst.
bro.
We got it
And
the
I
worst
true.
here in Michigan.
listen, I understand that, which is what I said that, and I've been saying that. But again, would you marry? Let's just ask the question. The woman that you had a baby by right now, would you marry her? Be honest.
No.
No. And that's just my point, bro. And to Marlene, I don't know what issues she might have. It's not nothing over here. But what I was saying when I mentioned Steve Harvey was that women, and I'm talking about women are the smartest creatures until we get with men.
That's a lie.
No,
That's a
y'all
lie.
the
That's a lie.
smartest creatures until
That's a
y'all
lie.
get emotional.
We're naturally
Once y'all get emotional,
so you can't say
all
that.
logic
We're
is out the
naturally
window.
emotional, so you can't say that.
All
We're
logic
naturally
and
emotional.
everything is
Bro,
out the window.
We're naturally emotional, so you don't have an argument.
Well, you naturally lose your smarts, though.
No, we lose our smarts when we get with dumb men. That's the problem.
But
No,
listen,
you can't blame that on a man. Because if you was built smart, if you was built smart enough, and you make one mistake, you don't make it twice.
right.
You don't make it twice. So don't tell that to the women who got like 3-4 different baby daddies. Like,
this is why, to your defense, friend, to your defense, this is why we are doing this to these particular type of men. That's to your defense. So what are you talking about?
Well, I will say that the courts make it. The courts certainly make it extremely hard for a man to fight to see his child. I remember. Listen,
boy,
I have
Before
zero.
y'all laid down and had a woman. That's
You're right. But and I'm not complaining.
But what can you say when you get your child?
I got my child.
You gotta tell her why she ain't got hers.
Bro, first of all, I got my child, and what I'm saying is a lot of the time the men
I'm not making any excuses for it. I'm just saying it happened.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, I got the kid.
Men will hear what
that means you gotta think of how you gotta think of the gravity of the situation's gotta be if they gonna give me the kid.
I know the gravity, and apparently y'all don't know the gravity because y'all keep putting yourselves in these situations.
We do know the gravity. That's how we end up with the kid. That's how we end up with the kid, is we know the gravity.
So again,
then we go through the process.
Then again,
we take all accountability because we are forced to. We are forced to, but women never take accountability for the fact of what they do.
It's everybody but you.
That's true.
It's a lot of men that can go, listen, they'll hear your story and say this the end all be all. I can't see my kid. No, a real man will do whatever is necessary to see his child. And there is, at the end of the day,
but why should a man have to jump over obstacles to see his child, though?
Why do I have to fight you? Because I'm not the one who went to court.
Okay,
I just had to fight. No, here's the thing. I'm not the one who went to court. I had to fight in court. No. I'm not the one who went to court. I had to fight in court. You went to court. In that case, that means you went to court. That means you went to court. How did you get a whole different system involved in our relationship?
You're not jumping obstacles to sleep with her. So whatever.
This isn't about sleeping with nobody. This is about the humility and the humanity of the child at this point. Because you wanted to do this, that, flip flop, and this and that.
So all you want. You had the decision before the child came. You did. You had the power to make the decision before the child got here.
What do you mean make the decision?
You had the choice whether to sleep with that girl or not. That choice.
You're right. I did.
Sleep with her resulted in a baby.
You're right. I did. And you know what? She chose not to sleep with me afterwards. I chose not to sleep with her, and bam, we found out there was a baby.
But that's beside the point because the child is
You're right, and that's how I ended up with custody, Shouty.
Okay, but again, that's what should have been the thought process before sleeping with the woman.
Well, it don't matter. This is called life. You don't get to pick and choose. A nigga done bust your back out. A nigga done bust your back out and busted an egg on the back on your back while it was bent. And you ain't said not a damn thing. He scrambled a straight egg on your back. And you said not a damn thing. So I don't want to hear about that shit. You don't argue about how many niggas about this shit and then drink about it at the coffee shop. You don't argue about how many niggas about this and drink about it at the coffee shop.
Abe, hold up. Let Des, Abe, let JP say something. Hold up real quick.
All playing times. There ain't no reason to argue with you about it. Like,
hold up. Hold up, y'all. Let me let I'll tell you, y'all argue. They're a married couple.
Like, nigga, I was like, cuz, come on, cuz.
All right, hold up, JP.
There are plenty of times.
All right, Abe, 1 second, Abe. JP, we're gonna close this out, y'all. But JP, I'm gonna let you say your final thoughts. Des, I'll let you say your thoughts.
No disrespect, though. She's still pretty, though. She got a nice smile.
Look at him. Look at him simping. Look at your ass simping.
She mad at me. She mad at me. Yeah, she ain't hearing nothing I said. Yeah, she said, "Fuck me."
Thank you for the compliment.
Valedictorian.
I just hope by the end of the day my legs stay closed.
There you go. Now she getting it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Keep them boys out the streets and keep them girls off the pole.
Like all jokes aside,
keep them girls off the pole, because when I come through, I'm gonna have stacks of them things.
You know why? Because the same woman you just sat here and said you had a baby with is the same woman that you just said you wouldn't even marry.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Just said you wouldn't even marry the
You're right. And it's because, and guess what? I got 2 kids from broken condoms. And both girls will tell you the condom broke on both of them. I'm sorry I get down like that.
Hey, you do you, because guess what? I'm not the one complaining. I'm not the one complaining. Y'all complain about what
that's all I'm saying. It's not like it was an accident, but hey, it's a responsibility.
Well,
all right, JP.
I love y'all podcast, man. Y'all stay up, man. Straight up, man. Holla at your boy. Hey, cuz, you stay up too, man. You was hanging for real.
All right, hey, stay posted, man.
He was chilling too. I was like, I've been chilling in the corner. I was like, damn, man, he just hanging. I thought he'd say something else, but
hey, man. Hey, I'm glad you came on, man. Listen,
wait, what is this? What is she act like the man rapping the woman to make the baby?
Raping. Grape. We're gonna say grape because we're on YouTube. Grape.
So he can say that, but I can't sit here and say
actually, that is, hold up.
So y'all won't get demonetized.
Hold up. Hey, hold up.
Oh, actually, yeah, doggy tripping.
You know what?
All right.
What you got a delay? Anyway, Des, this is actually a female. This is a woman that made this comment.
Well, I didn't mean to, if I called that person a man, I didn't mean to call it. I'm reading the text. She act like
I know.
Raping a woman, but my thing is, we not out here raping them. We not out here forcing them. Men is making their decisions, but when they get the bad end of the stick, then it's all on the woman. Yeah, the woman got to take responsibility for her aspect of it, but the man got to too. Because before the baby comes, I don't care what happens after. Before the baby comes, the decision that both of them make will reflect any and everything that happens after the fact. So we all got. You gotta
definitely speak to homie and ask. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that's a solid motherfucker you opening your legs to in the first place. Because let's be honest, mommy and daddy can't stop you. Because if they was there, they'd stop you.
Honestly, and you know what? I hold this standard. I hold this standard true to men too. If a man get finessed by a chick, that's his fault.
As a nigga, she wanna open her legs to you, homie. You still got to be. In truth, I say at least on your first grind on that, everybody got to definitely be fair and make sure motherfuckers hey, somebody
That's
hand
why
out condoms
I
somewhere or
said.
something.
Listen, that's
You
why I
got to be
said.
fair. Everybody got to be fair.
Yeah. All right.
Because who knows how it's gonna go, and nigga, I don't know,
Yeah.
because some motherfuckers is weirdos.
Hey.
You know, some motherfuckers be like, yeah, she's 16, but it's her first time and shit. Here, girl, take condoms. Like, yeah, my son's 16, but I whip his ass if he fucking. My son ain't 16, but if he was, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. You still ain't having it. I'm gonna wait till you at your stupid adolescent, nigga. You gonna be up there, because you know my son plays sports, nigga.
All right, one second.
So it's like, I don't know what to tell you, homie.
All right, one second. We gotta close this out. We gotta close it out in a minute. Abe, I'm gonna take you down, man, but I appreciate you coming on, bro. Hey,
Man,
stay locked in because
being here.
Stay locked in because I think you bring a different dynamic. I'm not saying I'm gonna have you on every time, but you know what I'm saying. Definitely be in the chat.
Man, I don't expect to be on every time. You know me, I'm in the streets and on the grind, nigga. You can't catch me unless I catch you, nigga.
Well, whatever that means. But just stay posted, man.
That means, nigga. Okay.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, but stay locked in, man. I'm gonna get at you though. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yes, stay blessed, homie.
You too, my dog. All right. Yeah, 1 second. All right, that was a lot. I don't know if we pushed the needle any further than we were the last show. Look at JP looking like he 70 years old, stressed out. It's all good, JP, man. You know, you gotta go through the meat grinder in order to get to the truth sometimes, man. But go ahead, bro. I'm gonna give you the floor. Say what you gotta say. Des, I'll let you follow up, and then we close this out.
Like I said, man, I'm just a little different, bro. Like I only speak on things on on my perspective of being whatever change that I want to see, I be. You know what I'm saying? And Abe said something at the beginning. It's like I was just back there chilling. You know, just that's all I've done. That's all I've done growing up. I've always watched older men in my family. I watch married men, single men, how they act. I watch how they interact with women. I've always just peeped and paid attention. And I've watched everybody's mistakes. One thing that I've never wanted to do, I've always said that's not a mistake that I'm gonna make. I bet he messed up with that. I'm not gonna do that. Everything that we saying, bro, it's a choice. It's a mindset, dog. Like everything that y'all saying, two things can be true at once, dog. But at the end of the day, I can honestly say, me personally, man, I'm not about to let no woman drag me into a motherfucking thing. I can't, because a woman mentally can't sustain a lot of things that a man can. You know what I'm saying? And me hoping that a woman would do something first to create some stuff that can be a better world. Man, listen, that we complain about politics and how the feminine energy is taking over the world now, but this argument is really screaming that. Like, this is where it's going. We waiting for a woman to close her legs to do whatever. I mean, at the end of the day,
terrible, JP. That's terrible, man.
I
You have no faith in a woman's agency to be responsible.
I've told you time and time again, dog. I will watch a woman sit there and burn. If she can't listen under my covering, I'll watch her burn.
Then respectfully, you would tell most women that they're gonna burn.
That I will watch them burn internally. I'm a man. If you have trusted me to be under my covering and you will not sit there and I'll watch you burn. And honestly and truly, I ain't got to walk away. Again, you go do what you do at the end of the day, because I have the power. We keep saying that women have the key to say, nah, a man does, bro, because I have value. No matter how old I become, I'm gonna always be more valuable. I can be 60 years old, but as soon as a woman turns 30, anywhere from 29 to 36, she's scrambling. So all I got to do at 40 years old and above is sit there and wait for her to get her mind right. She's coming. I'm gonna become as my age gets higher, I'm gonna become wiser. As I become wiser, my income is gonna increase. I'm gonna get better and better. she's gonna come. All this talking about waiting for women to change, bro, we'll be waiting for forever, man. This argument is never gonna be great because we arguing about what women doing.
All right.
At the end of the day.
Go ahead, Des.
I said what I said.
And that's it.
It's like I said, I just don't think it's going to be favorable for anybody, because when you so fixated on a particular mindset and you're unwilling to change, you're not going to get it. If ego and pride and all of this is getting away, if people are just unwilling to accept, I did this, regardless whether guy or girl, there's never going to be a solution. And I've been screaming this from this podcast and the one before. Women are.
Good night.
Okay? Women are at fault for what they do, just as much as men are at fault for they shit in this too. So it is what it is. If y'all don't want to accept that, and it's I did this, but a woman did that, like, we not fixing nothing. Just like if a woman say, well, I did this, but he did that, we not fixing nothing. I think the women should talk to the women, which is something that women do, but enough men ain't talking to the other men. Y'all act like, oh, no, he's simping. Well, then show him how not to be a simp. You know what I'm saying? Get your man up on game. Maybe he don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
all right. So just close it out. I'm just gonna say this.
Shit is crazy.
Feminism has lied to women. It has promulgated this notion to women that they can have it all, no consequences. They are free and liberated to do whatever they want. They can have sex. They can do whatever they want. You know what? If you're grown, you're full consenting adult, I have no problem with that. That's fine. The issue is when a child is being born and brought into the equation.
But who has
the reason why
for that? We do.
Ultimately, the woman bears the responsibility. So I think the woman should be able to take the precautionary steps and the precautionary measures to mitigate that risk to the best of her ability. It's just analogous to if a woman is going outside into public and she chooses to wear scantily clad clothing. Now, will she get attention from men regardless of whatever she wears? Yes. But if you compare a woman that's wearing a hijab versus a woman that's walking around with Daisy Dukes on, one is going to get more attention than the other. So it's all about mitigating the risk. I'm not trying to put the onus entirely on the woman. I'm just saying women know that the brunt of the responsibility is going to fall on their shoulders. So therefore, you would think, okay, I am in a position where I have to be very, very intelligent about my womb, very intelligent about who I decide to give the highest honor that I can give a man to, which is a child. And I think once upon a time, we had this ensconced in our tradition, which this is another issue that Black folks have this animus against what our tradition was, which aligned with American culture, where families were a thing once upon a time. And now we're all talking about fluid relationships, polyamory, and all this other crazy stuff. But our most prominent, prosperous time in history was prior to 1960, when we had less out of wedlock births, we had less freaking divorce rates, we had less children being born, we had more children in intact families. 80% of families were born to father and a mother. And now we're in a whole different situation. I'm not trying to I don't want y'all to mischaracterize what I'm saying. I'm just saying men are accountable initially for allowing this shit to happen and to devolve to where we are today. Yes, the men dropped the ball. They had totally, entirely abandoned the post. They are weak men for that. And they have to play their role to try to reconcile for where we are too. But what I'm saying now is that women, now that it's almost like the pendulum has swung in women's favor today. The pendulum has literally swung in women's favor. 90% of the divorce, 90% of the alimony is given to women. Women file 80% of the divorces. What else? 90% of the time, the child goes default to the mother as if the mother is the viable option. And 9 times out of 10, she's not. She's not. Women are not even chemically stable from one day to another because they're emotional. And I'm not trying to denigrate women. I'm just simply saying they're designed to follow behind a man's logical direction. A man is supposed to be stoic. A woman is supposed to be nurturing. That's what we're supposed to have. And the problem is the equation has been completely fractured. We're in a fractious society. And I believe that until women say, I am responsible for my part, and men say, I am equally responsible for my part, and we say, okay, cool. So we're going to stop the degeneracy altogether. I think, sure. I think, yes, maybe I'll consider talking to a Pookie or to a low-life, low-quality nigga with his pants hanging down his ass, asking for a white owl at the gas station. Maybe I might pull him to the side and chop it up with him. Sure.
What do you suggest the other 7 men do?
Huh?
The other 7 men.
I think that what the other 7 men should do, I think those 7 men should level up, build up their value. They should not focus on women at all, because they need to build themselves up to be able to provide for a family, and they need to completely need to distance themselves from all degeneracy. They need to not even focus on having a woman.
For how long? For how long?
Until they're choosing, until they find it suitable in their lives that they can afford and provide for a family. But I think men should not be focusing on women from the age 20 to about 35. They should be focusing on leveling up. Huh?
Are you fucking serious?
What are you about to say? You said this before?
All right, man, close this shit out.
But all I'm saying is feminism has promulgated this lie to women that they can have it all. They can have it all. They can do whatever they please. They don't have to submit. They don't have to align with the hierarchy of what we were built to follow, which is God. Well, if you believe in God in Christ, Christ and man and woman. It is a hierarchy.
We can't follow men that allow us to take advantage of them.
That's why women are supposed to have their fathers facilitate them in that process in selecting a man. Women are not supposed to exclude the men that they trust platonically and doesn't have any sexual desire for that woman. If a woman can have any of those type of men in their lives that they can trust, not to want to have sex with them and tell them the brutal, unvarnished truth and help her, facilitate her in picking a man, then I promise you, we'd be literally back to where we were prior to all this shit falling apart. But I think women just say, you know what, I can do it by myself. And usually women pick and choose and select men based off how that man makes her feel. Not about who that man is, about how he makes her feel. And they make the mistake of, oh my gosh, damn, he exhibited all these traits in the beginning. How the hell did he turn out to not be shit? Because he wasn't shit from the jump. He wasn't the shit from the jump. It's just you couldn't see it because you can't filter.
Further to some degree proves my point. Like I said, if a woman is dealing with a man for the sake of long-term relationships and he's sitting here trying to play a role that he's really not trying to play, then what do you think a woman is going to do? She's scorned. She ready to get revenge. And
that's why you're supposed to give a man 6 months. You're supposed to have that time clock and rolling. First time you meet him, if he's not marriage minded and he's not.
Listen, see, that's okay. I can't.
I'm keeping it real.
You want us to be responsible for not only our decisions, but yours.
I said I'm an equal accountability partner. I said both men need to
equal accountability. That's not taking equal accountability.
How?
What? It's not. You can't say, oh, well, I had the choice to do this. And even though I made this choice, it's her fault in the end. You can't do that.
I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm simply saying that women bear the brunt of the responsibility. They have a higher investment.
Well, you know what? No. Men hold the responsibility because he should not have nutted it. He should have nutted. And that's my part. That's how I'm taking. That's how he shouldn't have nutted. Then I wouldn't have had to act the fool. I wouldn't have had to be like emotional.
But Des, see, I have so much faith in women and women's ability to employ free agency and free will. Women self-govern their thinking. They are fully grown adults capable of making conscious decisions that may or may not affect their life in the long term. I believe in women's free agency and their ability to think rationally and to assess whether or not this is a good or bad situation. I believe that.
He shouldn't have nutted.
But my problem is, what y'all argument is see what I'm saying?
He shouldn't have nutted. He shouldn't have nutted.
Hey, look, Tyrone to get him to, clap them cheeks. That's just how it go.
Well, that's fine.
No, it ain't. It ain't fine. Y'all need to ignore. Y'all need to ignore Tyrone. Y'all need to ignore Tyrone. Y'all need to not pay no attention, no mind to Tyrone, because Tyrone is just a mimicry. Tyrone is mimicking what a competent man looks like. Tyrone mimics what a competent man looks like.
Maybe you should have had the convo with your boy then.
Who?
Maybe you
Abe?
should have had to talk with your boy.
Who, Abe?
Because it seemed like it's your boy that's getting it, not you.
Damn.
So,
Wait a second.
He should not. At the end of the day, it's his fault. He shouldn't have nutted.
All right. Well, there you go. He shouldn't have nutted. That's how we gonna end it. Well, I think this conversation, for all it's worth, I know we got a little shout match going on and all that, but listen, look, y'all, we're gonna bury our heads in the sand and not try to hash this out, or we just gonna keep on avoiding having this conversation. JP, I get you. JP avidly wants me to stop talking about this because he doesn't see the value.
I ain't say I want you to stop talking about it. I ain't say that.
Well, no, I think you might be okay. What I get from you is,
I told you this.
It's not high priority.
Let them fall and burn. Let them burn. The strong will survive. The ones that want to listen will listen. The ones that don't will fall to the wayside, bro. Learn, have confidence as a man, bro. Let them go. There are real women out here, dog.
See, that's okay. So maybe that's what my problem is that I still see the value. I still see the value in some of these women. I think some of these women can course correct, bro.
If you're gonna call them thoughts and hoes, why you gonna say you got faith in them? But then nobody want them. So
no, I'm not talking about the thotty bodies. I'm not talking about the ones that's completely gone to the streets. I'm talking about the women that's in between, that's like looking at culture and contemplating whether or not they're going to emulate what they see women doing all around them, or they're going to adhere to what tradition would demand of them.
If they ain't jumped on, if they haven't jumped in yet, bro, you ain't got the work. How we
gotta put out another narrative though, JP.
We can't foresee that they are going to, that the influence will make them jump in. Wait and see if they're gonna jump in. If they're gonna jump in, that's how you know can't deal with them. But bruh, we are never, Neil, as a man, we will never outnumber women, dog.
I'm not saying that. Women, like you always say, women will follow. So if we course correct and change the narrative, women will eventually come along to the program.
Well, let the ones who want.
And the message that I'm putting out there is, both men and women have free agency. They are in charge of their decisions. So therefore, if you get pregnant, it is your fault. If you have a fucked up baby mama, that is your fault.
But how can we just agree that it's both faults?
It is. It's both. It's both.
It's both. It's not
both.
No. See, that's where we keep disagreeing because with that because again, it's not a vast majority of men that's populating all these kids.
It's not a competition. You got man and you got woman. The woman made a mistake. The man made a mistake. The woman had a certain outcome. The man has a certain outcome. So again, it's both. You can't have one without the other.
No, the problem is not going to get fixed if we keep defaulting to it's both. One person bears life.
In order to fix it, you can't
one
overshadow the problem.
But
you're trying to overshadow the problem.
I'm not. I'm saying that one of the genders is responsible for bringing a child to term. One of the genders between men and women is responsible for bringing a child to term.
Neil, a man cannot have a baby without a woman. A woman cannot have a baby. Well, she can have a baby without a man, but she needs the
doing that
male.
now too.
She needs the man.
Doing that now too. Going to the sperm banks. Now, how does that look? Depriving a child of a father. But I'm saying, but tell. Okay, that's a small percentage of population of women doing that. However, if that was to increase, imagine what the outcome of what that's going to look like. Children deprived.
Imagine if all of the men that was ejaculating in women, the men that's ejaculating in women and not having babies, imagine if they were having babies.
Prime example, Neil. You want to close
y'all
out.
Y'all playing
close out, but yet you gonna keep squeezing this shit. That's gonna trigger her and get her going all over again. My nigga.
No, she's not getting triggered.
And close it out. But
we're gonna close it out.
You keep jabbing her.
I was listening.
She's going to stop. She's not going to stop.
I was giving my closing.
She's not going to stop. She's not.
JP.
All right, JP. God damn.
I just think we should agree.
God damn.
Close this shit out and watch her follow behind you and say, bye-bye, guys. Stand firm. But you keep letting them back.
JP, I was just stating my closing arguments and I was going to close it out. Golly.
Purposely. And you know your wordplay.
Oh my God! Not you act like no, JP. This is not premeditated, bro. This is my position.
You see what I did? Did anything by telling that motherfucker to crash and burn? Learn from what you learned. Crash and burn. Did that warrant her to come behind me and be like, well, no, we're not gonna crash and burn? She got that. She read that and she moved.
But JP, see, this is what your thing is, man. You like to deprive people of free agency. Desiree is fully depriving because let me tell you what it is. Because what he's insinuating, Desiree, is that by me saying whatever I said in my position, it triggered you to respond. My argument is no. Desiree is fully incapable and she's in charge of how she responds. I'm not responsible for how someone responds.
So as a man, we're not responsible for how y'all respond.
Okay, so but we agree though. Aren't men and women are responsible for how they respond, correct?
Yes.
Look at her.
Yes,
it did.
Yes.
All right. JP ready to go to sleep. All right, y'all. We about to close it out.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all for coming on. This has been a very spirited discussion, and we will do this again. Hopefully, we'll have we're gonna try to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Desiree might bring some.
We'll have another topic after this.
Oh snap! Yeah, we're gonna mix it up. Maybe JP brings some, I bring some. Nonetheless, but I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate every last one of y'all for being here and suffer through that a little bit. But yeah, that's it. Oh, real quick, JP, tell them where to find you, and Desiree, tell them where to find you.
FWM_podcast, TikTok, Instagram, FWM podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Go listen to it. Binge listen to it. Got over 100 episodes, man, on that, man. Definitely some great content. What you get here is what you gonna get there. Definitely go tap into that.
Word up. Hold on, let me give you a
It's a purple background with a triangle, say the rabbit hole. FWM podcast.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you better start wearing your logo, man. You got the hoodie, right?
Yeah, man. But it is. Hey, I can wear it all day, but I speak it out loud. So again,
I feels. Desiree, close it out. Well, go ahead and promote.
Desi AC on IG and Desiree AC on on Facebook.
Yes, heard. Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, listen, and I'm gonna need y'all to send me y'all links too, so I can just put it in the description and make it more convenient for everybody. But yeah, that's it, y'all. We closing out. I'll catch y'all next episode.
Bye, y'all.
Holla bizak.